Welcome, welcome. Appreciate everybody waiting while we got into things. My name is Carlman Turner, J.K. Madigan, or tonight I will be these folks' warden as we are playing Mothership RPG. It is a sci-fi horror, rules light, D100 roll under system, and I am spectacularly excited for how brutal it may or may not be. We're going to just begin. We'll just get right off the bat. Let's just go ahead, go around, get some player introductions. One of our players is MIA for the moment. Hopefully he will be able to show up in a little bit, but we'll start with Vicki up at the top.
Hey guys, I'm Meg Mysteria. You guys have been seeing me a lot this month, but I will be playing Vicki, our pilot. I don't have a lot for her yet, but I feel like this is going to be a learn on the fly thing, and that's going to be really fun for me.
Perfect. Ambrose.
Hello. They fell for it. They had me back. I did it. We've done it. Yeah, the fools. This is going to be good fun. Hello. I am playing Ambrose, or AM8R05E, the android aboard ship. Beep boop, beep boop.
Wonderful. And then Benedict.
Hello, I'm playing Benedict. I usually go by Shockpoint. I've been floating around TPK for the past couple of months, and I have trying to make Meg's life a living hell whenever I can.
Perfect. Well, this will be a good spot for that.
Please don't.
So.
Too late.
Oh, I'm very excited. My name is J.K. Madigan as far as Twitch streaming is concerned, but you can find me on all of my Instagram stuff as Carlman Turner, so whatever works. We will begin with an explanation of where we're at. Ikaros is a moon on the edge of human expanse. It is the far backwater position of any kind of governmental monitoring. It is run entirely by corporate enterprise, particularly the Coalition of Astrological Scientific Treaties, or CAST. This particular group is dedicated entirely towards the research and expanse in a transhumanist fashion of the people. We've colonized a good portion of the planets, spreading out from Earth over the years and centuries, and we've reached a place where this is at least one of the corners of what we have so far been able to touch. Nobody is out here save for those who were deemed to work it. There are a number of different outposts that kind of network themselves among the moon, who do anything from stargazing research deep and beyond what we could see from our larger observatories to mining samples and barometric weather patterns and anything that you could cover. This planet is entirely scientific, or this moon is entirely scientific. You've been out here, or some people have been out here for some 3 generations. This is where people live and where people die. There are portions of the years where you all cannot get data transmission and communications between folks without roughing it by foot, or at least by vehicle, as the sandstorms on this moon become so intense that you can only rarely actually connect to any kind of radio transmissions. And so you 3, along with a skeleton crew of very seldom, are all traveling from one of these outposts on Ikaros to another, and trying to transmit a drive, which none of you at this point know actually what is on it, only that this is important that it gets moved, as most things are here. from a lot of you, Benedict probably particularly, some of the stuff that you've been seeing or that they've been researching is fairly mundane. It's not probably as exciting as it could be, but the moon is still abuzz. And you three, as well as a couple others, get caught in this sandstorm. An accident with navigation in the blindness of the sands has put your vehicular travel to a halt, having been hit into a crag of rocks outstanding from the moon. Serendipity would have it that this crag of rocks is close to, at least per your radar, an old outpost, smaller. It looks like the beginnings of one, but also kind of the ghost remains of one. There's not a whole lot left, as the mine was deemed dry and moved away. But that currently is where you are all sitting, unmoving, no traction, barely the front, a working vehicle, the front portion of it having been heavily damaged, and a distress beacon having been sent out. A couple of the crew have deemed to stay on the vehicle to continue to ping this distress beacon, because in the small moments that these sands let up, that's your only hope to get out of it. The rest of you need to find something, because if you are going to be here long term, your vehicle will not be able to maintain the oxygen required to rough this out in the long term. So this old outpost connected to these dry mines is, at least in theory, going to provide you some more, or hopes for some more supplies. We can begin either on the transport itself, or we can begin heading into the outpost. That is up to you guys, but the floor is yours.
I'm going to take initiative with that and just start us with where you said we pretty much collided with a crag, right?
Yep.
Well, ladies and androids, that is the end of the road for us right now. I don't think we're getting out of this pit.
Okay. Well, where's the nearest outpost again? How far out?
You're looking at 10-minute walk based on radar through the sands. What armor is everybody wearing?
Let's see. I have a basic hazmat suit on. Maybe
Okay.
not the helmet until we actually leave.
Right, okay. So, the hazard suits have their benefits for sure, particularly being able to filter toxic atmospheres, but you only have about an hour of air in a reserve for the hazard suits. Ambrose, you by
I've got
luck.
a vac suit on. Got my vac suit.
Perfect. And then
And I have a vac suit as well.
okay. So you two have got 12 hours worth of oxygen, or half that for any of you, if you are under stress. Currently you're doing okay, everything seems to be fine. But we will proceed from there. Are you all exiting the craft then, and beginning to make your walk?
Yeah. Let's go for a stroll in the storm, see if we can find something to replenish our air supply, make sure we last through the rest of this.
Okay.
Before we go, is there anything inside the vehicle that might be a good idea to take, like emergency equipment or
What
anything?
are you looking for?
Suit patch kits, med packs,
Okay.
first aid kits, things like that.
Well, why don't we consider this wisdom from the scientist? Go ahead and make me an intellect check for what might be useful and what they might need.
Alright, and just to confirm, I am trying to roll under my score, correct?
Yes, so it is a D100 roll, 0 to 99. You have to roll under your intellect score. If you match it, still counts, but
Alright, well, I'm fairly sure I rolled under it, seeing I somehow rolled in the single digits.
very nice. Okay. Oh, just as a reminder to everybody, doubles on anything is a critical. If you roll a double under your stat, it's a critical success. If you roll a double over your stat, it's a critical failure. Okay, sure. So, there are what you could feasibly spare. There are 2 flashlights. There is a first aid kit and a bottle with 6 pain pills left in it, as well as let's see. Let me just double check here. Okay, so everybody's got comms and things on them currently. At least you should.
You have the examination kit, right, Chuck?
Except for
Yeah,
for
that does
Benedict. So you may also take a short range comms device if you would like one. But past that, best to conserve and provide ammunition and things to those who are left, just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I'll pick up the comms unit and the pain pills.
Okay.
And one of the flashlights.
Okay.
So I have a couple of clarification questions.
Yes.
You said the hazard suit only has an hour's worth of oxygen.
It does.
From what we know of this facility that's been abandoned, is it breathable?
So
there?
it's a good question. All of the facilities, whether they're old or new, you would be familiar because you've done piloting, some repair work, things like that. You would be aware of the fact that there are the presence of some kind of biosphere system. There is oxygen there, assuming everything works. As long as there are parts to repair it, or, is functionally workable, then yes, there is enough.
And since we are traversing through the sandstorm, you said it was 10 minutes?
About 10-minute walk, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else from anybody else before you go meandering?
Is there anything that we can grab to kind of wrap around ourselves and our equipment to stop, space sand getting into it, clogging things up, jamming things?
So the vac suits as well as the hazard suits are actually already hermetically sealed. They are designed. The vac suits specifically are designed for space, like not planet-side stuff. Benedict's is definitely for a lab, but it is still airtight. So you're actually okay there as long as there's no impacts to the suits. Let me just double check.
I'm actually rather surprised that Vicki didn't stash a roll of duct tape inside this vehicle for just an occasion.
Probably. I think the hazard suit is there a way to actually upgrade it? Like, can a rebreather be attached to it?
A rebreather being attached to did you say the hazard
suit? Yeah. Could it be equipped into his suit?
Right. Let me see here. What are you proficient in?
I am proficient in piloting, vehicle specialization, and driving. But my kit has a rebreather, and if I've got 12 hours worth of oxygen and he's got 1, then...
Right. So my question there then is, what are you trained in? Because you should have a couple of skills hanging out there. I believe you should have mechanical repair. Is that correct?
Teamster 0J mechanical repair. Yeah, actually, I do have mechanical repair. So.
Okay. So, if you would like to attempt it to jerry-rig Benedict's suit, you may. I would need a... I would need an intellect roll with your mechanical repair skill bumping it.
Okay. So, as far as adding that goes, how is that factored again?
So it's for these, because I don't think anybody is proficient beyond just the skilled traits, it would be an extra 10% onto the upper level of what you have to roll under.
Okay. Oh, that is a 00.
Very nice. Okay, so double zeros, always a good crit. So, yeah, you take a little bit of extra time, but to you it's worth it. You both know you have the oxygen for it. Benedict does not as quite as well. So, you take some time, refashion your rebreather into the housing of his helmet, and Benedict, you functionally tripled the oxygen within your suit. You're now looking at 3 hours or an hour and a half under stress, but right now you're doing okay. Far more confident than you were, for sure.
Thanks, Vicki. I knew there was a reason I kept you around.
Yeah, don't mention it. Just don't need you dying on me when I actually need some help.
I mean, I'm the only doctor here, so if you need help, I'm the only one who can give it.
Yeah, so don't die on me.
I think we're in agreement
The
there.
advice seems as sound as any. Perhaps we should begin to make our maneuvers.
Yeah, I
At
think we're
your
good.
radio 85, let's go.
Sounds good. So, out you step through the airlock of your transport vehicle and onto the sands. It is heavy wind, with not much more than the ping of small handheld radar, just keeping you in a proper direction to where you would have that outpost. You begin walking. Within about 5 minutes, about halfway through the walking, you can start to see in front of you, every once in a while as it kind of lightens this storm, there is the appearance of a ship. Looks still mounted to some scaffolding to be launched. Probably been left here for God knows how long, but it kind of serves as a beacon in your proper direction as you make it to the facility. Arriving there, there is not much more than this liftoff space. This ship, which looks like the base of it had been, or at least a portion of the base of it had been damaged. And then the entrance to the mines underneath it, with no more than 2 longhouse-esque spaces for workers and crew to spend their days between. But there is something.
All right.
We're making our way down then?
Yeah, we're making our way.
Okay.
No need to stay out here in the storms.
So where are you heading? Are you going down through the mines first?
I would rather check out those longhouses, see if there's anything we can salvage there first before heading into the mines.
Okay. Sounds good. So, heading down into the first of these longhouses, it is, or the door to it is jammed pretty intensely. It almost looks to be calcified from just the sand that's kind of blown through. A lot of the exterior space of this is caked and caulked with the dust from this moon.
A most unfortunate situation. It would seem that this is entirely calcified. However, these doors do have a certain weakness to a kind of leverage placed at the hinge point, thusly. And I want to try and, kind of just like jimmy the hinges,
All
just
right.
like with this huge door, slam into it.
Very nice. Give me a strength check.
I do have. I'm an expert in physics, if that helps in any way.
Are you leveraging your physics knowledge to take this off the door?
Just like, I'm gonna get my little like robo finger and just like put it in the hinge and just kind of poink.
I'll allow it.
You're a fool. That is a 94.
So, you go and he seemed so confident, and androids seem to be infallible for most people's considerations. But he goes to unlock this door and just nothing. It is rock solid.
Ambrose, I think you kind of missed the point. If you could just step out of the way, and if you don't mind, I'm going to roll my strength to just literally kick the door open.
Okay, so you just want to ram the thing. Yeah, go for it.
I'm just gonna step back and watch how this goes.
Yeah. That's an 82.
Very nice. Vicki, give me an intellect check.
Okie dokie. When I get to the correct tab, I can do that for you. That is a 30. And my intellect is a 39. So.
Very nice. So, Vicki, as you are watching these two just slam against this door, trying to open it which way they might know how, it occurs to you, because it's not usually addressed, but part of the reason that these sandstorms are so dangerous, sans the biosphere maintaining, what is within it, is because it is very fine, and any amount of moisture that connects to it basically turns it into an extreme version of plaster of Paris or concrete. So calcification or packing on sand like sandstone, sure, but this is not something you want to get wet. So it's particularly not something you want to breathe in.
Noted. So...
Good doctor, I appreciate your resolve. However, I do not wish you to harm yourself in the process.
This is what I get for skipping the gym so long.
Alright. So, the first one's
Guys,
locked.
are we gonna stand around and continue digging with this, guys? Because time's a wasted. We really want to force this thing open, we might as well do it.
In this storm, and the results have not been good.
Yeah, you're probably right. Whatever's inside is probably not worth it. Let's just go through the mines.
Fair enough.
If it's any reassurance to you, good doctor, then whatever's inside, I guess, is not going far. Perhaps, although not at this time, we should retreat from this endeavor.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're good. All right.
Sounds good. So, as a note to everybody, could you provide me what weapons you carry on you briefly?
Let's see. I have a trank pistol and a stun baton.
Okay. So the stun baton is its own thing. The trank pistol, everybody only has a single magazine worth of ammunition for each weapon. This was not meant to be any kind of combat situation, so but there's also nothing listed in the starting stats. So I'm providing that to you now. Benedict, you have 6 shots from that tranq pistol. Vicki, what are you looking at?
I have a rigging gun, a flare gun. Yeah, those are the only weapons. I have a locator, but I don't think that's relevant.
Okay.
Unless
Sounds
you're
good.
doing charges for it.
So, a rigging gun, while particularly heavy, pretty intense weapon, only holds a single shot. And then your flare gun holds 2 rounds. So you have 3 rounds of ammunition. Ambrose, do you carry any weapons?
I have a crowbar, a hand welder, and a laser cutter.
Okay. Crowbar, a hand welder. Let's see. Fair enough. The hand welder itself is not ammunition consuming, but it is considered a melee weapon as far as how close you would have to be to hit anything with it. What was the other ones you had? A crowbar.
A crowbar and a laser cutter.
Laser cutter. Okay.
Almost the perfect implement to get through big doors, but
Where were these a second ago?
I wasn't looking in my pack. I got robo fingers. Beep boop.
So the laser cutter holds 6 shots, and then, well, let's see. The interesting point about that you should know about a laser cutter is that they are wide beam. So horizontal wide lines is what you're paying attention to there. But beyond that, just wanted to get it out of the way since it had not been addressed and I was thinking about it. You head down into the mines. It is dark, but at least one of you has a flashlight.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and turn that on, and yeah.
Okay. So the
It
way
could be light.
the way is lit. What are you all looking for? What's your first task?
We're supposed to be looking for something to help.
Okay.
Prolong the amount of oxygen we have in the vehicle, right? To wait out the storm.
Oxygen,
something.
or supplies, or something, yeah. Anything
Yeah.
that could help, I guess, but is there anything specific that you are looking for in these mines, as far as first goals?
Well, there are mines on a mining colony. I would imagine that they would have some more vehicles inside. We could either get another vehicle to keep going, or spare parts to fix ours.
Okay. Alright. Sure. So, at the base of, as you begin to enter in, Ambrose, your comms go off for just a moment.
Beep boop.
And you are...
Beep boop.
Directly to you, you can hear the original colony that you had left from. Being one of the reasons that you are out on the team, you receive a more functional signal than a lot of handheld comms. So you can actually personally still serve as a communicator between the two, save for the distress beacon on the ship. But
Walking hotspot.
right, more or less. But you get a response just briefly, and it's muffled from static. This is Outpost 3. Outpost 3. Ambrose, can you read me?
Yes, Captain. You're coming in almost clearly.
Wonderful. Status. How close are you to Outpost 5?
Currently, our situation is unfortunate. We have hit a problem.
Literally.
Please explain.
Sandstorm has derailed our journey. We have managed to find small shelter in an abandoned mine shaft somewhere on Quadrant 9.
Most likely it was the beginnings of Outpost 3 before we relocated to where we are now. Understood.
That would be an excellent guess.
Keep us posted. Don't spend too long
Of
out in the
course.
storms. You don't have the resources for that.
We certainly do not. We are more than aware of the situation. Thank you for your concern.
Over and out. And then the radio
Goodbye.
cuts out. Heading deeper in, I would like Benedict and Vicki both make me intelligence checks.
All right. Well, I don't got anything. Got an 80.
Okay.
60. I didn't get anything either. Or yeah, it's 60.
Okay. What is... Let's see. Okay. I would like the both of you, then, to make a fear save for me.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
At disadvantage with Ambrose present.
That's roll tries to
I'm
take
a
the
team
worst of the
player.
two.
Yep. Roll twice, take the worst.
Oh.
2 100.
Oh.
That's 2% I'll die.
Yeah, so D100, roll it twice, take the worst.
So my options are a 17 or
Okay.
a 19.
Very nice. Okay. Vicki.
Let's see. So I have a 33 and a 90. So
Okay. So, Vicki, you take 4 points of stress.
What?
Benedict, you are doing okay, actually. It takes you a while. You guys spend a good bit walking into this mine shaft. The first couple small vehicles that you find, buggies and such, parked to the side of the inside of this shaft, are from leaks or subterranean moisture, are also basically unusable because of the sands that have cemented themselves to the outsides of it. Vicki, you're getting pretty frustrated by this. That's rough. Ambrose has communications. He's doing okay, doesn't care. Benedict seems calm, but you're not as pleased by the prospects initially. As you continue to tread inward, you are faced with two directions, left or right. One appears to head deeper in with a little bit more equipment, at least in what you can see of the flashlight, kind of littered through. The other one appears to curve and kind of round itself, what you could suppose into like a U. You can't see the full curve of it, but it seems to, it doesn't go as deep as the other.
From what we see of the equipment, does it appear like it's calcified like the other things that we've come across?
Most of it, yes. Well, anything that's on the ground, you're looking at like the beginnings, or just abandoned, like empty mine carts. There's an old lunchbox. There is what looks like the calcification of another like mining laser, but nothing usable.
Well, this is just fucking great. We're stuck between
Deeper into the mines.
God knows
or...
what's over there and rocks.
Yeah.
Victoria,
Which way
I
was...
understand your stress levels at current are peaking. However, I do not feel that it is required, that kind of language.
It's fine. So, what? Which way was the way towards the U-turn that seems to be a dead end?
Left.
Was that left or right?
That was a left.
Left. Okay. If I was to make a suggestion, I would say we check out the left path first. It's shorter and we can clear it quicker before we go deeper into the mines.
Okay.
Or why the fuck not? Lead the way, Doc.
All right. So,
All right.
Benedict, you press on, flashlight in hand, unhindered, knowing that science takes time, and so does this. As you wind your way around this corner, it appears to actually open up into a couple braced rooms. They're not doored by any means, but it definitely looks like a commons area. A couple tables. All appeared to be, pretty much cleaned out. There's junk all over the place. Nothing of really importance.
You would think they would at least clean up after themselves before abandoning the place.
Yeah, mugs, a couple plates, again, another couple lunch boxes that are present, some empty oxygen canisters, a small kind of sink and wash section on the side, and then there are two arched openings into other spaces of this commons that are dark at this point, but one in front of you and then one to your right.
Well, I'm going to give a quick sweep over both spaces with the flashlight, beginning with the one on my right and then the one in front.
Okay. The one on your right appears to be just at a glance appears to be more of a maintenance room, and the one in front of you, from what you can see, appears to be miners' lockers.
Well, this looks promising. So, Vicki, if you don't mind, let's go check out this maintenance bay.
Okay.
All about that. Maybe we can actually find something fucking useful here.
Miss Victoria,
If you say
I
one
understand
thing
the
about my
threat level is
language,
currently
85,
peaking.
I
However,
will
feel
smack
there
you.
is no need for that kind of language.
That
Vicki,
she
please do
smacks
not
him.
smack. I do not want to fix your hand again. This is how you broke it last time.
Ambrose, go ahead and make an intelligence check for me while these two check out the maintenance room.
Sure. That's 26. That's good. That's a good roll.
Okay, very good. So, Vicki and Benedict, into the space, the first thing that you notice, and probably the best thing you've seen so far, is the base generator to the basically a portable biosphere. It looks like it's piped up through the surface of this, as well as you can see lines running around the ceiling of this cavern and then out, which you may have been just dusted over in the other spaces, but appears to head deeper into the mines.
Oh, we're talking. Let's see if we can get some air flowing through here.
Okay.
I'll leave that to you. The mechanics are your specialty.
Wonderful. Make me a mechanical repair check.
Dookie. This is a 53, and my thing is... Oh, my top is 49, so...
Okay.
Damn. We are 4 short, boys.
And that is another point of stress to you. This is your specialty, and that shouldn't be so hard. You may continue to attempt it if you would like, but Ambrose, while these two are searching things, what are you up to?
While they're searching around, I'm just trying to dust off any various computer systems, trying to recover any data about when this place was evacuated, who was there, what their supply levels were like, any reason for them leaving, anything untoward.
Of course.
Just general kind of data mining for what I can.
So, with a successful intellect check as you had, there are no mainline computer systems through this space, but there is a couple data pads that are present, one of which is just barely a new enough model that you could power it were you to turn it on and try to crack into it.
Perfect.
Make a computers check for me.
That is 31, but I am trained in computers.
Right. So that should be an additional 10% onto your cap.
Very cool.
So. Is that a success then?
What stat does that use?
So it would use intellect.
Intellect. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, wonderful. So with that, then you managed to boot it on. Takes a minute to crack in. It appears to have been the foreman's data pad. The last entries were going over information in the mines. There were a couple collapses deeper in, but nobody's been able to find anything. As well, nobody could figure out why the collapses were occurring. But it was not... it was enough to render this place a lost cause. And conversations the most recent entries from it were conversations about packing up and moving to a different site, which you would suppose, having been from Outpost 3, is about the time that people had just shipped up and left. Curious, though, that there are a number of data pads still present.
Seeing that so much stuff has been left out and about, I'm just going to quietly look for a user manual for that biosphere generator. Vicki is not doing well.
Sure. Give me an intellect check. Vicki, would you like to reattempt?
So
Sure.
I got a 24, which is over 10 points under my score.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, with the speed that was provided and returned, I will say that first stressful failure would actually yield you some old posters that had fallen off the wall, safety guidelines, regulations, and a working troubleshooting diagram.
So I'm just going to glance at the troubleshooting guidelines and then looking over Vicki's shoulder, seeing what she's doing, and then just kind of point to what she's supposed to be doing.
All right, Vicki, you are now being backseat driven, so a failure will probably result in even more stress than you would prefer, but I will let you roll that mechanical repair check again with advantage.
How much of an advantage? Just roll it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Okay.
advantage.
Sorry, I forget that all the time.
You're good.
That did not help me very much. It went from a 65 to a 63.
Is that another...
That's another fail.
You rolled 65 and 63?
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop
Okay.
using roll 20.
I'm not using roll 20. We don't have a roll 20.
What are you using then?
DM tools. That's what I'm using.
I am sending you dice.
I have dice. They're just packed up.
All right. So
So she's just cussing at this thing and about to throw it at the wall.
Miss Vicki, I understand that your stress levels are peaking. However, there is no need for that kind of language.
If you say one more thing about my fucking language, I'm gonna throw this thing at your head.
Beep boop, beep boop.
go ahead.
I'm just
So you will take an additional 2 points of stress, but I need you to make me a stress check, which is you roll 2d10. You have to roll over your current stress level.
Okay.
This is to see whether or not you panic.
15.
15. So you're doing okay.
Yes.
All
I'm
right.
at 9.
So you relieve one stress as you're able to check yourself and chill back out. But from there, Ambrose, noises down the hallway. Faint. It sounds like shifting earth, like minute tremors, but you don't feel anything. You can just hear it.
Miss Victoria, good doctor. I believe I have found records of recent cave-ins in the area. This could be part of some of the reasons that, well, I shall cut to the chase, as you would say. I have heard some disturbing sounds coming from down the hallway that sound much like shifting earth or geological matter being manipulated. This is very worrying. It could result in a cave-in, or it could be representative of some other creature or life form present in our surrounding area. Beep boop. This is
The
bad
last
news.
time, my name is not Victoria. Quit calling me that.
Of course, Miss Victoria.
I will one day find out who set that up for them, and I will hurt them. Because I don't know why I'm called the good doctor either.
Well, presumably they would not send us on a mission alone into deep space with a bad one. But I fear you're missing the point. I believe there is a rather imminent, troubling tremor present.
There's usually not. Are there usually earthquakes when the sandstorms hit or anything like that?
No, there are not earthquakes when the sandstorms hit.
There's no reason that anything right now would trigger a cave-in. I mean, we haven't really messed with anything other than stupid fucking generator.
I understand that now is a very tense and stressful situation for you, Miss Victoria. However, the language barrier between us, I'm afraid, is only widening. Now, it may only be a matter of opinion of myself. However, I believe in such a situation, with the record of disturbances shown on these analytics, I believe this may indeed be the cause of some of the problems with this facility in the first place, which led to the movement haphazardly, some may say, given the debris and inordinate amount of lunchboxes scattered around this facility, of its inhabitants. Perhaps we should either take a direct course in A, bracing ourselves for an immediate collapse, or, more curiously, B, investigate the situation directly. However, I shall leave these options to you.
While I am
Beep,
always a curious man, I'm more in the favor of option A and getting out of here.
Okay. So what are we doing?
Well, I'm going to make one attempt at fixing the biosphere generator myself,
Okay.
so Vicki doesn't get any more stressed. That's just an intellect check, right?
Correct. Yes, for you it would just be an intellect check.
And now I immediately regret doing that.
We're not allowed to have oxygen, guys.
No, you may not.
I got a
So-
94.
Okay, so this thing, with the amount of finagling that you two have attempted, are not. It is functionally broken at this point. It's not within a place to repair, and you're not sure whether that's you or just enough attempts at something that wasn't going to work anyway. But
Cheap third party,
right,
bitty nonsense.
Benedict, you will take
He understands.
2 points of stress for that.
Okay.
For just him or both of us?
Just
Just me.
Benedict. Doing okay for the moment.
Okay, what else are we supposed to fucking do? Why would we go investigate it if you think it's a cave-in? Also, what the fuck would be lurking around down here?
I imagine not a dictionary. However, whatever it is causing some kind of moonquake. It is a phenomenon that is usually regarded as unfortunate.
Who installed you for a SAS module?
Shade!
Beep boop.
So you still have to travel down further into the mine. You can check out the longhouse up top. There is a ship, as well as there is the locker bay that is within the adjacent corridor.
I guess we just take a look and see what's in the lockers, and I honestly think if we're gonna find anything to repair that vehicle, it might be on the ship. It's might be the only thing that's not turned into goddamn stone down here.
Okay. So, checking out the lockers. Go ahead and give me... I'll take one from everybody who would like to check them out, but give me all some intellect checks.
Okay.
Sure. Why not? Okay, passed. 34.
Okay.
I think I burnt my luck on that early near crit because I just got a 96.
Nice.
Okay.
72.
Okay. So, Ambrose, you would find another 3 rounds.
Dictionary.
Absolutely. There's also a thesaurus.
Wow.
Get real creative with my swear words here. Come on, hand it over.
A dictionary,
Don't hand it
a
over.
thesaurus, 3 rounds of laser cutter ammunition that is usable. There is more ammunition in a couple of these, but they are either dead or unusable. You also find a couple rations, if they benefit you at all. There is... Oh, let me find it. There is also a survey kit, which, if used, allows quick mapping of the nearby area and data on its surrounding space. But the most important thing that you all notice is, Ambrose, you found data that they were looking to leave, and these lockers would say to the contrary, that nobody had yet, that they were all still mining. Because there's still, there's a lot of stuff just kind of left. It's just personal belongings, pictures, hats, like a couple lunch boxes. Like everybody's just stuff is still here.
Miss Victoria, average at best doctor. I'm very concerned by some of these human findings. These items that people would hold dear emotionally to them seem to have been left and abandoned, scattered to the winds of the moon, which some would say is depressing, and most erratic behaviour. It's almost as if these people never left at all, or left with reckless abandonment and must have ran out into the, well, whatever was there. But from what I can see here, there seems to be no evidence that these people ever left at all. Planned to, but never went.
Before either of you respond to that, hold on to what you would like to say, but the contradictory information, I would like Ambrose to make a fear save.
I can't handle all the data. Oh, I got a 4.
Okay, very good. Proceed.
What
That's
a pain.
interesting. Give me 1 second. Check to make sure my trank gun can easily be drawn at a moment's notice. Okay, we're good. So
wait, what did you actually find in those logs?
There was several messages between the base high command planning for an extraction, removal, and rehabilitation of the populace here. There were several reports of seismic activity, cave-ins in the mines, and hazardous aerial behavior.
So, the moonquakes and the sandstorms.
Moonquakes were unfortunate. These people seemed to wish to get away from this site. Whatever they were mining, the prospecting here was not a prospect they enjoyed, would be a humorous way to put it. However, the more serious matter at hand would be that whatever was being mined here for the company was not worth whatever price they were paying for it. The operation was to be moved. However, there's no record of the move going ahead. The relocation was never complete.
So then where the fuck did they go?
I imagine they weren't concentrating on that kind of activity. No. Beep boop boop beep.
Alright, glitching aside, I think that's just another reason why we shouldn't stay here for very long. Alright.
At
At this point, you all hear the same kind of earth shifting it's less. It is closer, and it's less earthquake and more like. Have you ever think of like the sound of like pulling a shovel out of dirt, and that kind of
Okay.
yeah.
That dragging,
Yeah.
grating noise. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's still very much the movement of Earth, but it's
The,
more of
the
that than
initial
you're
grading,
comfortable
but
with.
something filling in the hole.
Yep.
Essentially.
Well,
Don't
that
like that.
that does not sound good. All right, let's stop fiddling with all this here. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, we only have one way to go. Wait, no, we still have the longhouses outside, but that's going to be a problem getting in those. So,
The
Vicky.
ship? Did we just forget about that too?
Oh, yes, the ship that has been outside in who knows how many sandstorms. That is probably a solid rock by now.
Everything's a solid rock on this fucking moon. Would you rather take your chances with whatever's lurking back here, or do you want to take your chances out in the storm? That's where we're at.
Calculating risk of death. Beep boop. Either way.
I mean, if nothing else, we probably could strip some parts off of the ship and to patch up the rover and just wait the storm out in that. So let's check out the ship first.
I did recently find more ammunition for my laser cutter, which we can put to use.
Fantastic. We'll see if we can find some air filters or something.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So you all leave this space, and at the intersection between leaving this space, leaving the mine, and the area that goes deeper, I want. Let's see. I want. Oh, there's not 4 of you. I'm gonna have to choose, huh?
This is so sad.
Vicky, I need you to make a body save.
Alright, give me a second. I just saw the message that you sent me, Mummy. You said a body save.
Body save.
That is a 5.
Okay. So, I would like from that then, Benedict, go ahead and make me a sanity save as you watch Vicky hit the ground on her back, and in reflex, she kind of thrashes out, and whatever had toppled her, accompanying by that grating noise, recedes. And you're not quite sure what you saw.
Well, this is not good.
What the actual fuck was that?
I got a 66.
Okay, Ambrose, Vicky, you both gain a stress as your scientist just failed a sanity save. As you are having a hard time reconciling what just happened.
So, getting back
I'm
2
finding it
feet.
hard to have more and more faith in this doctor's abilities.
So, since I'm the one who got hit, did I see anything more than?
If you wanna reflex that and see if I can give you some additional detail, give me a speed check.
You know what? Sure. That is a 26. Mine is a 30.
Very nice. What you saw, the closest you could describe as, is a... I'd call it a worm, but that's underselling it, and so is a tentacle. It felt more like it was matte, colored, very, very similar to the colors of the sand itself, and it looked like, in its segmentation, almost like vertebrae, like enough texture on every side of it that it's probably using that as its locomotion. But something of that form, long, about as wide as a 8.4 floric ounce Red Bull can, had grabbed you, tried to trip you, and you must have clocked at something good, because it retreated back into the sands of the wall that you are standing next to, with nothing but a small depression in the base of it, where it had left.
Miss Victoria, are you all right?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
Okay, I think I know what caused the cave-ins. There's no record of that. Let's go. God,
I
go.
can survey the data again to
Shoot.
see if there is any record of it. However, my initial scanning was very thorough, and you are absolutely correct. There was no mention of a giant vertebrate worm tentacle.
Did Ambrose see that? Because I think I was the only one who saw that.
Yeah, I think, Vicki, you were the only one who actually noticed that one.
Yeah, and I haven't described it yet, so.
Then
I was hit by a thing. I don't like it. Let's go.
In the log.
All right. Well, yes. Yes. Let's go. I'd rather not be here for any much longer.
Sure.
All right.
So you begin walking, and heading up
I'm
towards.
not walking.
No,
You are
no.
very
Power
briskly.
walking.
You are very briskly moving in the direction of your exit, only to beget yourself some confusion in the sounds of what had happened in the diverging corridors. As you reach what looks like the entrance to the space, and you can see small amounts of sand blowing up above, it looks like whatever had tripped you was making a pretty fine effort to fill in the gap. And there is probably 2 feet worth of space kind of half crumbled through this makeshift piling and packing of material in the entrance to this mine.
Oh.
So we ain't getting through, is what you're.
You could still make the attempt to get out.
That's a
Oh,
hell of a
that's not good.
squeeze.
Yeah, it's not particularly wide. You're gonna have to, dislocate a shoulder, but you could do it. Or break out more of the space, but yeah, you have options.
So Benedict is just looking at Vicki, then looking at the hole, and then he's just going into about face and looking at Ambrose. Any chance you could expand that hole a bit?
Are you going to attempt it, Ambrose?
I can certainly attempt. I will use my laser cutter to start shredding open this sort of opening.
Okay, sure. What, let's see here. How many rounds are you investing in clearing the space?
I'll use 2 rounds.
Okay. Sure. So you
Why not?
fire upon it with some heavy impact. These are ship-breaking and/or mining lasers for the most part. And you manage to create enough of a hole that you could feasibly break your way out of. It looks like a lot of this is genuinely packed in place. But you do manage to crumble out about a 4-foot, 4.5-foot opening.
Will this suit your needs, Doctor?
I believe so.
Then I believe time is of the essence.
It is indeed. Ambrose, can I get you to make a body save?
Oh, you certainly can try. Oh, that is a 56, and my body is 40.
Okay. So, line gun in hand, you take both shots. You turn, proud and questioning the doctor as to whether or not it took any kind of help to do so. And you are on your face, in the dirt, line gun at Benedict's feet, as you are now being dragged deeper through the space, down the tunnel.
Yeah, I'm not
Mine?
wasting time picking up the line gun. I'm just drawing the trank dart gun and shooting the thing that's grabbing him.
All right, so that will be, let's see, give me a moment here. Okay, so you will make a combat roll, combat check, versus the creature's armor save.
Okay. Okay, that's not good.
What'd you roll?
That isn't an 83.
Okay, so let me take a quick look here, because there is actually rules for a tie.
Ooh.
What?
Android
'Cause
wins.
he failed the armor save as well, or it failed the armor save as well. Let's see here. Both parties fail, the situation gets worse.
Uh-oh.
Vicki, can I have you make me a body save?
Here we go.
Oh no.
Here we go. 61.
Failure?
My body is a 43.
Okay. So
No,
you will
that's not
both
right.
take... Actually, all three of you will take an additional point of stress as this tentacle whips outward, dragging Ambrose through the ground, and it ends up tripping you at the moment that Benedict fires off the shot, and you get a trank dart into your shoulder. I need you to make me another body save for whether or not that knocks you the hell out.
It was the one thing we didn't want to happen.
An 88.
Okay, you are unconscious. Luckily, it's only for the next 5 or so minutes without some dedicated intervention. But Benedict, you have a choice at this point. You can either help Ambrose, or you can stop for Vicki.
Choose wisely.
Now here's the question: Does Ambrose is a big bot? They can take care of themselves.
Okay.
He's also the one currently being dragged away.
Goodbye,
Ambrose
Doctor.
is a big
It's been
bot. He can
pleasant
take care
meeting
of himself. She. What does Ambrose actually use?
Actually, use.
As far as what?
I'm very good at.
Yeah.
I'm very good at maths and computers.
No. Well,
What pronouns?
Not much use.
yeah. That being said, I'm sticking with what I'm saying, and I'm going to help Vicki back to their feet.
Okay. So, you will take the time.
5 minutes.
It will not take you long to wake her up. Your trank dart, as a doctor, was meant for temporarily putting down panicked people, more or less. This is these trank guns are not issued to the doctors. These trank guns are issued to the guards of these mines, more or less, or the people who run the colonies, because they are to put down people without harming them, should somebody choose to go postal, more or less. They're handy, but they're not super effective. So you take the time to help Vicki. In that process, Ambrose is down the tunnel, though. Ambrose, are you doing anything in this process of being pulled?
I'm sort of just like, at first he's just like sat there, arms at his side, just being dragged backwards into the darkness, just going, "Goodbye, Doctor. Goodbye, Miss Victoria. It was a pleasure working with you both on our expedition." And then, like, as soon as he's kind of like far enough away and realizes that the Doctor's not really paying him much attention, then he starts to struggle and trying to get out of it.
Okay. Understood. So, if you, Alright, so in just trying to kind of struggle or move away from it, I will give you the option, either way, to either make a strength or a speed check. One of them will be, or whatever one you choose, though, will be impaired at disadvantage.
I'm definitely going to go speed. My speed is much better than my strength.
Okay, go for it.
It's a 9.
See, Ambrose is a big bot. They
Very
can take care of
nice.
themselves.
Is that
What was the other one?
You want it with disadvantage?
Yes.
Yep. So the other one's a 35, and my speed is 50.
Very nice. Okay, so you get a little ways down this tunnel. Definitely just enough to get you, I guess, off course. But once you finally gather your bearings and realize that it's just you who has to make a decision, you manage to kind of spin and grab the wheel of one of these calcified or cemented mine carts, and you lurch as the grip of this thing releases you, and you can hear it kind of whip like an aggressive tape measure back into the wall.
Like an aggressive tape measure.
One of my favorite descriptions I've ever heard.
I'm gonna point something out. I was looking at the stress and panic thing. I think I technically have to roll 2.
Roll 2
And
what?
2 panics. Because critically failed a save and encountered a horrific creature for the first time.
True.
I mean, Shockpoint and Ambrose both have to roll 1 as well.
The beginning of
encountering
this,
the creature.
and we're kind of playing this by ear too, because the beginning of this reads, the warden is encouraged to come up with and use these as their own. So I did realize that afterwards, as part of the critical fail. I should make you roll 1 for that, but we're just gonna press on.
Valid.
I'll give you a
I
couple.
appreciate it personally.
I'll give you a couple. All right. So, Ambrose, do you have a light on you by chance?
I've got Doesn't say I do. I've got a body cam, bioscanner, infrared goggles, and a set of lockpicks.
Oh, the infrared goggles would be helpful, sort of.
That would be good.
I guess it'll at least give you potentially some direction.
Sure.
Okay, sure. Benedict and Vicki. What you doing?
Alright, so Vicky's back on her feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well... Okay, so we have two options. One's a dick move. The other is suicidal. Which one do you want, Vicki?
It's a good choice.
Now you're really putting it on me, aren't you? Oh, fuck. I'm personally for the opinion that you don't leave a man behind, so I guess we're fucking doing this, and you...
Alright,
Taking
so
the
we're
line
in
gun.
agreement. Suicidal it is. Let's go.
Okay. So,
Listen, the longer we're down here, the sooner we run out of oxygen anyway, so who the fuck cares?
sounds good. You all press on. As you two head deeper into the dark of the mine shaft that you tried really hard to avoid, and probably could have had you not shot your friend. We're going to take a quick break. Welcome back. We have returned to find out what happened to our three... I'd call them adventurers, but they're not behaving like it.
Hang on. Two of us are running headlong into a abandoned mine. We're
That's
adventurers.
true. You're getting
I'm
there.
alone in a dark,
You're-
spooky place.
Quickly becoming adventurers. Okay, so as you all progress deeper into this, Kohlrabi, just so you know, 100 bits, appreciate it. That is D10 worth of healing for these guys. Also, for anybody else out there, good bad tables, absolutely a thing. Advantage, disadvantage, also absolutely a thing in this one that translates pretty well. So have fun with those
Please
if you
help.
like. As far as you guys,
Send help because HQ isn't?
yep.
A magnanimous dispensation.
Ooh, look at that.
Hey!
Whoa.
Alright, so
Can
you
you
got-
shall receive?
3d10 worth of healing to be disseminated as you would like, and that comes addiction and overdose free. So
Wow.
that's fun.
Hmm.
Luxury.
Right. And Ambrose can actually use that, so all the goods. Oh no. Well, I mean, if you want to just
Ollie.
rack some stuff up, like we'll just get it out of the way now, and then we can. No, I'm just kidding.
You asked for this.
So.
Oh!
He's dead.
Is it really necessary given my rules?
Oh, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
No, Polly is here just strictly to screw over Shock and I, so you're fine.
I mean, somebody has to take it over because I'm around strictly to screw you over, so...
My beeps and
Ambrose.
boops saved me yet again.
We've already done it in game.
You're not sure. Nice.
Yay!
This is
So
rude.
Favorite.
Okay.
you're not feeling
But
too bad,
let's
Ambrose.
get back to
Yeah.
this.
Let's get back into the action. You can keep throwing stuff down if you would like. Much appreciated, by the way. Very grateful for all of those. Thank you. Ambrose, your comms pipes back up again. Static connects, and you hear Outpost 3. It's Outpost 3. Ambrose, you read?
I do.
Great. Status update.
Now, things have become complicated, I believe would be the way to put such a situation. There appears to be some records left by the camp that we are in. There were plans to move on from this settlement, however, there was no evidence of the human life forms ever doing so. In stark contrast to this information, we have found a alien life form, something I designate as not being a humanoid of any sort, that is currently, I believe, in the process of making skirmish attacks against our party. I myself have been dragged deep underground into some unknown dark location.
based on that as well. From your infrared that you had put on as you were speaking this, there are two individuals walking towards you. You're not sure whether or not it's the to or the from direction, but there are two individuals walking towards you, full human heat signatures, approaching your current location while you are on the comms. The receiver on the other end goes, "Understood. Hang tight. I'll see if I can find more information for you.
Wonderful. I will
Stay put.
consider those viable options.
Stay safe, and over and out."
That sounded like an order. Well, I shall do what I can.
Vicki, Benedict, you begin walking, or have been walking for a minute or two now, into this space. I would imagine briskly. How you traveling? What's
I
the
would say a
feeling here?
brisk walk,
Probably
and
fairly-
while we're going, I'm trying to use the comms I picked up to try and get in contact with Ambrose.
Okay.
He's doing that. I want to set off that survey kit. How the hell does that work?
Ambrose found the
It's just
survey
like a
kit. You
little
failed
drone.
those.
I have a survey kit. in
Oh,
my
you
kit.
own one as well? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the survey kit is to be placed either on the wall or on the floor of a space. You can do it inside a building. It has to be, seismically tethered to something. Set it down. Takes a minute to boot up and then charge. And by charge, I mean activate it and send a wave out, only to wait to receive. You can stop the two of you briefly if you would like, and go for that. I'm definitely down.
Yeah, since it seems like we're gonna be down here for a minute, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Find
Okay.
one of the like the actual structural pillars.
Okay.
I imagine they probably would have used actual metal for those.
Yeah, they
and
do-
Not
that-
just earth.
There are beams that hold these up, so you could flatten it level against a beam.
Yeah.
Let me find the actual. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, what you get back, only you see initially. Whether or not you choose to disseminate that is up to you, but I do need to know before I tell you what it is. Whether or not you want to share.
Yes.
Okay. Benedict, Vicki, I need you both to make a fear save for me.
Well, this is going to be fun.
That's 2d10, right?
No, fear save is just. Oh yeah, it's the D100 against your fear save stat.
Are we rolling disadvantage thanks to Polly, or are we just...
Nope. I mean,
Okay.
Ambrose is out right now, so you're actually doing okay. As far as that is concerned mechanically.
I was actually talking about the donations.
Oh, yes, actually. Both of you, those would be at disadvantage.
Okay, so a 69 and a 62. Doesn't matter. I'm fine. Well, I failed, but...
59 and a 21. I am angry.
So you both failed. That is 4 points accumulatively of stress for both of you.
Oh,
As what you find on this data pad, basically the screen as it ignites, showing everything that it had just mapped. These tunnels are fairly shallow. There's not a whole lot of places that Ambrose could have gone. As far as the mining tunnels, they go down probably, or continue further, branching maybe 3 or 4 times. But there's not a, they all end up in dead ends. It was not a huge mining operation before they decided to call it quits. But smaller than that are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these almost intravenous-looking tunnels weaving through the earth in empty, like earthworm-style holes all over. As well, directly beneath this, at a convergence point where all of these like spindles of tunnels kind of move down, sitting underneath the space that you are in right now, is a massive, like naturally vacuous space. Just, you'd call it empty, but it's not. It's a big ass room that doesn't connect to anything other than these tiny tunnels. You also notice, just based on the size of the map, you can see the rocket. You can see the two longhouses. You have clear direction back. You also can see where what you would presume to be your vehicle, a couple different portions of rock formation on the surface. The air, as it gets deeper, because these also pick up trace amounts of atmospheric information. The air, as it gets deeper into these caves, or into the mine shaft, have become toxic.
So if we run out of air down there, then it's...
Yeah, you don't want to run out of air down there. You also don't want to run out of air in the middle of a sandstorm. But it's not horrible. There also appears to be enough dilution in whatever this is that you could actually feasibly call it air where you're at right now. It would be thin, and it would be difficult to manage breathing through at your current space, but you could, in theory, breathe this.
Just from where we are currently.
The oxygen levels get more intense as it goes deeper, but it also becomes more toxic, laced with other contaminants.
Vicki, quick question.
Yeah?
Do you still have any duct tape left?
Yeah, I usually keep a roll of it handy.
You might want to patch your soldier before we go any further down.
Look at her suit, just kind of confused for a second, pulls out the darts, like, oh yeah, you fucking shot me. Chucks it, dick.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you patch the hole. It was just a dart. There was no actual structural damage other than the pinhole, so that's fine. But good call.
It doesn't track, that thing doesn't show any, like, actual beings. It just shows structures, right?
It does not track the existence of organic life, but if the creature or being is large enough, it would show up on the activity. So, for instance,
show humans.
There are... You could see where you two are in the tunnel, but it's visually the same to you as the pillar that you just put the thing on.
So we wouldn't be able to tell what it is.
Right.
Just that there's something there.
Correct. You can do with that information what you will, if there are additional questions you would like to ask, but you cannot differentiate organic life.
All right. So I'm going to go back to trying to get in contact with Ambrose on the comms.
Okay. By this point, you do. But by this point, Ambrose, we will return to you for a moment. These two individuals that are coming down the hallway are now feasibly, like 50 feet out from you. And they're just kind of walking. It's kind of brisk, but it's not anything intense. Oh, also, Vicki and Benedict, the survey kit itself, it is a picture. You don't see anything move on this. It's not an active read,
Yeah,
just so you know. But
we just have a map now.
Right. You do have a map. But back to Ambrose. Sorry, these two individuals are approaching you. Coming down the hallway, your radio begins to crackle to life again. This time it would be Benedict trying to reach out to you.
Ambrose, come in.
Hello, Doctor.
Oh, thank God you're still functional. All right.
But of course.
All right. Could you describe where you are right now? We're trying to find you.
I would describe it as dark, inhospitable, somewhat toxic, and ill-advised.
Yes, we are very aware that it's ill-advised. Can we get a bit more of the structural layout? We used a surveying
Oh.
kit. We're trying to figure out where you are from that.
I understand. I am currently stood on some sort of soil, I would believe. I'm not sure of the nutrient content of it, but it certainly feels like some sort of earthenworks. The walls and ceilings seem to be made of a similar, if not identical, material and arch overhead at a distance of, I would say, well, feet.
30 feet, Ambrose.
Approximately
No,
30
not
of them.
apologies. Not the height of but the space between you and these folks.
Ah. Can I use my bioscanner to sort of like, what's the range on that gizmo?
Yeah. I don't know if there is a range on those. I think it's just let me see. Is that in there or is that in?
Can you bring up that something's approaching you?
Oh yeah, you've got distance for that. That's not a problem.
Cool. Beep boop.
Can tell the location of signs of life, but not what life it is. So you ping the space, and at your distance, you get 5 humanoid-sized figures. 2 about right at the edge of the range of your bioscanner, about 100 meters out. The 2 directly in front of you, and another one down and like diagonal to you, probably in a different tunnel, because you wouldn't have you have no direct eyes on how to address them. There's also a whole bunch of little tiny signs of life in the form of all of these horrible fucking worms.
Perfect. Hello, Doctor.
Yes.
I don't suppose you have conveniently come across various other humanoid inhabitants here at the station?
No, we have
That
not.
is unfortunate. And then I'll call out and be like, "Hello, humanoid life forms.
Ambrose?
This sounds bad.
Ambrose?
AM8R05E, a designated android for the mining company, Coalition of Astrological Science Treaties. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Ambrose, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, it is an idea. Goodbye, Doctor.
It is
Did you just
indeed.
hiccup on me?
I'll just walk towards them, hand out, like,
Okay.
"It's a pleasure to meet people from this station. Would you please be able to inform me where I am?"
Okay. So, give me just a moment here. Okay. That's really funny, actually. I will explain why that is funny in just a moment. What you end up seeing, and I'm going to read it directly from the book because it's too well worded for me to not. But,
Or tape measure jokes.
Oh, yeah. The cranial structure is split down to the chest, from which webbed and clawed appendages burst, tipped with the host's teeth. The host's skin thickens and stretches tightly across protruding joints and skeletal structures. The resulting amalgamation, parasite and host, is known as a gaunt.
Perfect.
You see 2 of these. They are awful, and as you approach them, hand out, both of them wail, just awful screams. I need you to make a fear save for either, if you're feeling lucky, 1 for both or 1 for each.
If I do 1 for both, can I use my advantage?
I will allow it.
Oh, spicy. Let's do that then.
Okay.
Oh. There we go. Thank God. My first one was an 89, and my second one was a 9.
Okay. So
So take that. It's fine.
disturbed as you are, I'm going to provide you a point of stress, but you have mitigated 2d10 potential stress present. As these things roar to life in front of you, Vicki, Benedict, you both hear this. It is loud and uncomfortable, and it echoes through the hole that you are in, deeper from the mine, but you don't have any eyes on, nor is it loud enough to actually shake you, other than providing you each an opportunity to make a fear save or take a point of stress.
I'm gonna roll the fear save.
Take a point of stress.
Just a point?
Just a point.
Okay, I gotta save my time. So it's just all right.
As a note...
Just...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just curious, how many stress points are y'all at?
How many are you at, Vicki?
I'm at 15.
So
I'm at 10.
I'm at 5.
As a note to you guys, the pain pills that you collected, I will provide this information to you now. It heals damage, but it also lowers your stress by 1 to take a pill. Again, you can overdose off of these, but if you feel it pertinent, you can take the edge off.
The Vicodin. Okay.
Pretty much. I don't think... You actually have an additional 6 pain pills as well, because you have the examination kit. You have automeds and stim packs as well. Give me just a moment, and I can just clarify if either of those actually... So,
Fancy.
automeds will improve your percentage to resist body and fear saves. And then the stim packs will temporarily increase health, strength, and combat, but they're relatively high danger of addiction. If Vicki fails a panic check, she might die, by the way. You gotta chill out. But
Yeah. Look, Doc, I don't ask this often, but I might need a fix.
The pill's already in my hand, being directed towards you.
perfect.
Thank you.
How many are you? How many are you taking, Vicki?
I'm only giving her 1.
Okay. So you can reduce yourself a point of stress. And you have taken no damage, so there is nothing returned, but you are feeling better. What are you...
Small sliver.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I think we're picking up the pace, and I'm taking the stun baton out, because I don't trust myself with the trank darts anymore.
Fair enough. Stun baton is out. Vicki and Benedict, you are heading forward. Ambrose, you have just been wailed at by these creatures. You are now considered to be in combat. So, how this works for mothership combat is you roll a speed check.
Okay.
If you succeed the speed check, you go before the enemy does.
Checks out. I am going after them.
Okay. Noted. So, both of these creatures are going to attack you, which will be their combat roll versus a save from you, I believe. I need to just double check here, but that should be how this is functioning. Okay, what is your... Oh, no, that is an opposed check. Okay, so you roll to succeed your armor, and then I roll to make a combat check.
Cool. Well, I failed my armor.
Well, they succeeded their combat check. Roll another one for the other creature.
I failed it again.
They failed that one too, so.
It's not so bad.
Oh, God. That is 25 collective points of damage
Cool.
as they tear into you.
Oh, I see. Well, this is far from ideal, or what I quite expected to happen. I guess I will have to learn from this experience.
So, on your turn, you have two options. Or, basically, you can take two actions on your turn. If you are rooted in place, you can use both of those to attack, or to attack and do something else. Movement is one of those actions. So you don't have to move anywhere. Or you can, you know, take both to move or whatever.
I'm going to get out my crowbar and just wail on one of them.
Okay.
Just like start smashing his big, creepy brain with a crowbar, because that's a normal thing to do.
Sounds good. Okay. Fuck it up then. Let's
Is that a combat roll?
Yep, go ahead and roll a combat roll for me.
Boom. Failed.
Okay. They also failed. So that's one down. Would you like to swing again?
Yeah, why not? I failed that as well.
Okay, that one was a success on their part.
Perfect.
Okay. What is, Vicki, Benedict, what is your speed? The number for
well,
it.
my speed is a 23, unless you want me to roll with that.
No. Nope, I just need the number.
A base speed of 30.
Okay. So, Vicki, you would be a good bit faster. So your movement speed is half your speed stat in meters.
Okay.
So if you're moving, you can make that much. If you want to use both actions, you can sprint that and double it. But feasibly 30 meters from Vicki if you are just doing full pace down the hall. Benedict, you are not quite as quick. Probably 22 meters or something of the sort.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm gonna be trailing pretty quickly if you're straight out sprinting, because I'm also gonna be straight out sprinting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably be sprinting.
All right.
I'm feeling that adrenaline. I'm at 14 stress. We're good.
Okay, so full speed into this tunnel.
Zoom, zoom.
Ambrose, give me another. So actually, hold on. Okay. Okay, so one of them is going to attack you. One of them is going to wail. So I need an armor check from you.
That is a fail.
Well, that's a fail on their attack too. So, and then a fear save.
Pass the fear save.
Pass the fear save. Okay. So, kind of managing to hold them off for the moment. Ambrose, you're up.
Yep, I'm going to go same again. I'm going to just, the one that hit me, I'm going to try and hit him back as best I can.
Okay.
So the first attack failed.
Okay.
And the second attack hit.
Okay. No, they failed their armor, so that is definitely a strike. Go ahead and roll your damage for your crowbar, which.
What is that? How do I do that?
Let me check. I can.
Nothing, just like doming something with a crowbar.
It's true.
That's how androids do.
Let's see. I believe the damage is 1d10.
Yeah, I think we're. Yeah, that would be. Is that in the front here? Yep, 1d10.
Yes, it is.
Very nice.
1d10?
Forgot that there's that.
It's a 10.
Very nice. Okay. So a good wound against them.
That's a good whacking.
It's a good whacking. Okay. Vicki, Benedict, at full speed. The end of this turn, you now have visual on everything that's going on to take a ranged shot at the beginning of your next round. Ambrose. Let's see what they are going to do. Okay. Okay. Another one's going to scream. Another one is going to take a swing. So give me an armor save.
That is a fail.
Okay. That is a success from that for their
Excellent.
attack. And then the scream. Vicki, you are faster than Benedict, so Vicki and Ambrose make a fear save for me. You are now close enough for this to affect you.
That is a save.
That's a 1, sir. I'm fine.
Very nice. Okay. So, between that, then, the damage, Ambrose, will be... ...21 points of damage.
Oh. Okay. Very cool. Very good.
Yeah, as you can hear metal being tin canned through and pieces falling to the floor, Vicki and Benedict. Feasibly, well, actually, Ambrose is up first before I'll let you guys know what your options are here.
This is a most unfortunate situation. There will have to be extensive repairs done on myself. And then whacking.
Okay, take two swings.
Yep, one is a hit, and the second one is also a hit. Finally.
Okay, what were your numbers for those?
So the first one was a 5, and the second one was a 26.
Okay, I'm gonna say, because one of them failed, so that was definitely a success, and then the contested tie there, you were closer to your number without going over it, so you would actually take the hit there, or you would be able to swing there. So roll both attacks.
Whoa. 2d10. It is. One's a 10, and the other's a 7.
Very nice.
Now we're into the swing of things. Now he's on. He's not looking that great.
Yeah, so the one in front of you that you've just been bludgeoning through, as much metal as he is taking off of you, pieces of bone and sinew and stuff are being torn through and dropped to the floor. Vicki, Benedict, you could take ranged shots from here. You would be firing medium range, more or less, for these at this moment, which will impose its own disadvantage to the combat stat. Not disadvantage, but a minus 10% towards your combat stat as far as what you would have to roll. If you want to make full movement forward, Vicki, you could take a melee attack as a single action if you wanted to get that close, or you could move close enough to be firing within short range as your second. Same with Benedict. You could move forward and take a short range shot if you would prefer, or take 2 at medium range.
I'm going to move forward to short range and then take a shot
Okay.
at the more screaming one of these things.
Okay.
The rigging gun, what range is that?
The rigging gun is mid-range. It's about 30 meters. Short range is about 10 meters.
I only have 1 shot. I'm gonna get in the thing's face with my vibrachety.
Okay.
Vibeshety. That name makes me giggle.
It is
Sorry.
goofy.
It is very goofy, and it's a lightsaber. I'm taking my lightsaber.
Fair enough. Benedict, you would get first shot since you are firing at range and don't need to make some movement. Go ahead and give me a combat roll versus their armor.
I had already rolled it. So, that's a 66. I'm about to swap these dice out.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
it.
Vicky, high or low?
Please, no, please don't.
High or low?
Oh, hi.
Okay. All right. If you were a gambling person, you'd be doing pretty well. That was a 5, so you're doing all right. So instead of getting shot in the back as you are running forward, only to collapse again, this dart whizzes between the three of you and impacts somewhere in the distance. Vicky, you have moved. You are within melee range and have the opportunity to take a swing. Go ahead and roll for attack.
I mean, what the roll is? It's a percentile, or is that d10s?
So it's your combat roll. You would roll your combat stat. You have to roll under it.
Then dice. I barely made it with a 24 when my combat's a 25.
Okay. Very nice. And
if it works, it works.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it hard failed its other stat too. So roll 2d10 damage for me. Are you attacking the one that is less injured, or the one that Ambrose is taking out?
Let's deal with the guy that's injured first. Then we can just dogpile on the other one.
Okay. Sounds good.
That is 11.
Okay. So, Ambrose, you've been beating the hell out of this thing and just bludgeoning it forward, and Vicky comes up behind it and takes a single swing, and with what is remaining of it, cleaves through it and manages to bifurcate it as it hits the ground.
Oh, Miss Victoria, your presence is most welcome. I have encountered some alien life forms.
Yeah, I noticed.
Like
Kill the
crowbarring
other one.
someone.
Okay. We are going to go ahead. Actually, Benedict, did you move forward at all?
I had
did
only
a
moved
little
up,
bit, right?
yeah, to get to short range.
Okay, got it. All right, let's see. Okay. So, seeing the approach and spinning towards you, this creature is going to lash out towards Vicky. Go ahead and make an armor save for me. That's a hit on its part unless you succeed.
As they fail.
Okay. That is 17 points of damage.
Didn't care for that. It's okay. We're fine. Nice. I'm at 69 health.
Nice. Okay. As well, on its turn, this thing doesn't do much, but you, Ambrose, out of your periphery, and Benedict, much to your chagrin, you watch a cluster of these tentacles, these worms, kind of evacuate themselves from the wall and the floor, trying to kind of put distance between you and them. All of the edges of these facing you, when you finally get a first good look at them. They are going to go ahead and collectively, we're playing these as a unit, are going to try to lash out at you. Benedict, go ahead and make an armor save for me.
Oh, what fun. Well, good thing I did change up those dice. So that's a 6.
Okay. Very much a pass, and you managed to just kind of, between your flashlight and your stun baton, you can kind of bat away at the couple that lunge towards you. It seemed to be more intent on impaling you than actually trying to grab you and drag you deeper. Now, Ambrose, you are up. Then Vicky, then Benedict.
I am a little bit poorly, I'll be honest, but I can't use any of the heal pills because I'm an android. Is that right?
Nothing that says you can't.
Mm.
Guess it depends on how
Still get that
robot
D10 from
versus
attack, so.
yeah. That's true. You also have 3d10 free healing just chilling right now.
Oh yeah. Would anyone be miffed if I were to nab one of those?
Oh, trust me, I have enough med packs and whatnot to keep both me and Vicky up. Take them.
Perfect. In that case, I will use my first action to snatch one of those down and recover 7 hit points. Nice. And then I'm going to go whacking
Okay.
because that's what we do.
Okay. Take your second action to take a swing.
Bam. It's a hit.
Okay. And that is a fail. So roll some
Really?
damage.
4.
Okay.
Not as prolific.
Not as. Yeah. Still good though.
4's
Better
4.
than not.
Mm.
Okay. Vicky.
Take a slash at it, and I'm gonna hope that luck is on my side.
Okay.
'Cause it was not on my side.
What
That's
did?
a fail.
It's a fail.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Both of you. Okay. So, per the rules, a double fail as the situation worsens for both parties. So, for you, Vicky, I would like you to roll half of that damage just by sheer luck impacting the creature.
It was a 9.
Okay, very nice. In response to that, though, it is going to do one of its cacophonous screams, and at everybody's range, I need y'all to make a fear save. Vicky and Benedict with disadvantage.
Okay.
Actually, Vicky, hold off on that.
Mine is bang on.
Good?
Mine is 85. Bang on my number. Bang
Oh.
on my fear number.
Okay.
All right. So you said fear with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. So that results in me having reported 61.
Okay.
How much stress do I need to put on me?
Well, you're lucky I rolled low. Because out of the dice that I could have rolled, that was only a 1. So 1 point of stress to you. Vicky, I need you to make a panic check. So we're going to start with that stress 2d10.
So I'm at 14 with my stress, so be good.
Wait, what did you roll?
10 total.
Okay, you have to roll above on the stresses.
Wait, yeah. My bad.
Okay.
And I'm fucked.
So now, and this is real rough, you are now in a place of panic, and I need you to make a panic check. This is not succeedable, but you do want to roll as low as you can. You're going to roll 2d10 and add your current stress number to that. Anything above 30 and you will die.
That's a GG, boys.
What did you roll?
Are you serious?
It's a grand total of 101.
Wait.
No.
What?
No,
2d10, not
Oh.
a
2d10.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an idiot. So.
Yeah. So what were the two
That's
dice?
a really bad roll.
I'm a fucking moron. Oh my god.
No, you good.
Way to
27.
shut up,
27.
Okay. Oh.
That's a lot better than 101.
Oh.
27 is not much better, though. Now that you know the mechanics, a 27 is you have to roll it twice more.
What? Oh.
2d10 plus your current stress.
Do I add any stress for that? For
No.
failing that?
No, because we're not
Okay.
done with the check yet.
You're just panicking.
Yeah, this is you panicking. You're watching Ambrose be torn into. You were underestimating how powerful the thing was when it tore into you. Benedict has shot you. He's now being assailed.
This is so
Pro
sad.
plays.
Okay, that's another 22.
Okay. What is the second one?
28.
Okay. Let's see.
28, 22.
20. So a 22 and a 28.
50 even.
So for a 22, anytime a character leaves your sight and returns, the paranoia of these creatures and kind of how they host. Anytime somebody leaves your sight and returns, you will gain a stress. Additionally, your stress cannot be reduced below 5 permanently. And you have gained 2 new phobias, which you can determine narratively based on whatever has just come up. Feel free to message those to me as we go. Benedict, you're actually now up.
Mm-hmm. So, before I take my turn, I just need to ask a quick question.
Sure.
Would it cost me an action to pop a stim pack?
Yes. Yeah, healing would, or any kind of that sort of thing would use one of your actions.
Okay. And I would still have an action left over to attack.
Correct.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop a stim pack for the 2d10 to up my strength and combat before I start a whacking.
Okay, so you're going to gain 2d10 health, and then it's going to up your strength by 2d10, or your strength and combat. So.
But yeah, the thing is,
Oh, have you not been damaged yet?
No.
Okay. Yeah, so just the 2d10.
Well, the first roll, or am I rolling these individually or separately for the strength and combat?
No, you'd be rolling the 2d10 and just for, that's how you increase your strength in combat.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Are
Right.
they one roll or two separate rolls?
One roll.
Oh, so that's plus 20 to both for who knows how long.
Very nice. That would be...
Oh, 1d10 hours.
Mm-hmm.
6 hours.
Very nice.
Damn.
Alright, so let me
Feeling
go ahead
real good
and
about everything.
knock that down. Go ahead and put a plus 20 here and here so I know that. And then I'm going to beat these tentacles away with my beating stick.
Okay.
Or flail wildly like a complete idiot because I got a 53 and my combat score is only a 42 with the boost.
It's okay. They failed too. So same rules apply. Go ahead and give me some. Go ahead and give me a D10 worth of damage towards them.
Okay. That would be a 4.
Okay. So you impact them. They are not much to take hits. You impact them and you watch probably half of them as the electricity arcs. They all kind of return and recess back into the walls. But you are about as confident as Vicki is right now. I need you to make a stress check.
Okay, so that's 2d10, and I have to roll below my current stress, right?
You have to roll above your current stress.
Above current stress, alright. Well, 2 for 2.
Is that a bad?
I got a 9.
Okay. So, now, give me a 2d10, add your current stress.
$26.
Okay. Yeah, that actually benefits you. For the remainder of this, spot, you are now so kind of livid at the situation that you are in and the stress that everything is accruing. You are now find yourself compelled to just beat the fuck out of everything that is close to you in these tentacles. I need you to make another just immediate attack against the tentacles with your stun baton.
Okay. That's a 6.
Very nice. 2d10 damage.
That's a 9.
Okay. So, you manage, as Vicki is panicking, and you're panicking, but in a productive way, watch yourself beat away these tentacles as they recede into the walls, leaving their escape or your entrance free of movement, which just leaves the big scary gaunt in front of Ambrose and Vicki. Let's see what it does. It's going to scream. I apologize. Go ahead and give me a fierce save, Benedict and Vicki and Ambrose. But 2 of you've got to make that at disadvantage.
Damn it, Ambrose.
Wonder who.
I failed mine. Somehow.
Failed mine.
I had to roll below an 85.
And you still failed?
And I couldn't do it.
I rolled a 44 thanks to the disadvantage. The other option was an effing 11.
Mine was a 35, which would have matched mine, and then a 70. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I got 92.
So. Oh, you both accrue 4 points of stress. Or everybody who failed would accrue 4 points of stress.
Doubled my stress levels.
Ambrose, you're up.
Oh.
I use my first action to smash down another pain pill.
Okay. -1 stress,
Another one.
1d10 health.
Very kind freebies from chat, thank you. Move that now. So that is 7 points of healing and 1 less stress.
If that was, as a clarification, if that was chat healing that you were using, that does not relieve stress.
Oh, okay. Got it. Math time, and then I'm gonna hit this big brain chungus next to me.
Okay, take a swing.
Or I'm not actually. I'm actually not gonna hit him. I rolled 97.
Okay.
That's me done.
It's okay. He succeeded, so that's actually probably to your benefit at the moment. To just not have hit him. Vicki, you're up.
Slash at the thing.
Okay, you're what?
Slash at the thing.
Okay, go for it.
Shitty. The lightsaber.
Fail on his part.
Fail on my part.
Okay. You miss. Roll again. If you're making a second strike, we'll do that first before we get to effects, both malevolent and benign.
There's another fail on my part.
Okay. Second one was a success, so that's not too bad. To compound on all of this, as you take a strike, you go wide, and the edge of this basically heated machete, this energy blade, hits one of the steel beams. Connecting with it, it breaks breaks your blade.
This is so sad.
Quack, quack.
So, Benedict, first thing you notice, the fracas and the amount of screams that have been interred from this. In the distance, behind these two, it appears to be another one on its way through. It has some distance to go, but you can see a silhouette in the distance.
And that one's coming from the other side, from behind Ambrose.
It would be from behind Ambrose.
Okay. Well, I'm still annoyed, and I'm fairly sure I'm not getting any benefits from being stressed or annoyed, but yeah, my major concerns right now is dealing with what we have here and then getting the hell out of Dodge. So I'm moving up to the other one,
Okay.
the one that is still standing over by Vicki, and I'm going to try and, well, beat its skull in.
Okay.
So that's one swing. And that's probably not going to happen because that's a 47.
What is your stat? 43?
42.
42. Okay. That is a fail from them as far as their armor as well. Let's see. What fun thing do I want to have happen this time? Go ahead and roll me your damage. Have it. And then take a point of stress.
Alright. So I rolled a 5. Are we rounding down or rounding up?
I've been rounding down for the enemy, so we're going to go that way.
So that would be a 2 then.
Okay. And then, point of stress to you. But we are on to Spooky Bastard. We're going to see what he is up to. Okay, he's not going to scream this time. But he is going to lash out at the last thing that attacked him, which is going to be Benedict. Go ahead and give me an armor save.
That would be a 54, where my score is a 35.
Okay. So... that is 16 points of damage.
Ow.
And then I'm also going to see... okay. No screams from man showing up behind you. So nobody else other than Benedict has been alerted to him as of this moment. Ambrose, you're up.
I'm going to do a double whack. Double whack on the chap in front.
Okay.
First one misses, and the second one hits.
Okay. Second one hits. First one is a fail on the armor save. Second one is a... okay, what did you roll for your to hit?
3.
3?
Mm.
Okay, so neither will hit then. In the sake of a tie, he was closer to his number.
Fair enough.
So, you start swinging out. You are caught a little off guard because your radio once again crackles up. Mind you, this has been, a minute or a couple minutes after the last time. And you hear, this is Outpost 3. Ambrose, I have an update.
Excellent. That's timely.
We will make sure we send out a new data team as soon as possible. The data needs to get to where it needs to go. As for you all, I'm sorry. And then the radio cuts out.
Wonderful news, knowing that our task will be completed. That is what we are for. I have some information about the whereabouts of the humanoids that were designated to this area, if that is of any interest to the company.
The radio's already dead.
I can't help but feel that was somewhat rude.
Yeah, it was fucking rude. They abandoned you.
They abandoned us.
I have a book for you that I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy. It's called a thesaurus. It tells you what words are like other words, but with less connotations.
I'm gonna give like 10 seconds to the chat to see if you want to respond to this, but do I allow myself to be mean at Vicki getting stressed over Ambrose always calling her out, or do I let it go?
I feel like he's been doing it the whole game.
So, after hearing all of this,
Okay. Well,
Benedict is going to say, "Oh, great! That's just fucking great."
okay, Vicki, make another stress check for me.
I sense sarcasm in your voice, Doctor. I don't feel that is quite the most helpful remark right now.
So it's just a straight stress check?
Yeah, the 2d10. Roll over your current stress.
I matched it with an 18.
Okay. Right. Let's see.
Does the system carry through and ties go to the roller, or
Not for these. Very specifically for these, rolling equal to still moves you onto a panic check.
Hooray!
Amazing. Am I rolling?
2d10 plus your current stress?
2d10 plus your current stress.
Don't roll above a 30.
Miss Victoria, I hope you are all right. I think you will thoroughly enjoy this literature. It might be helpful to you.
29.
Ooh.
Dangerously close.
Do you...
Imagine if after all this, getting stressed over the thesaurus is what kills her.
29 is psychological collapse. You become permanently, irreparably inconsolable, and your character is now played by the warden.
Oh.
Oh.
This is so sad.
So,
Oh.
as that response is, as Ambrose brings himself to respond as only he knows himself to do, Vicki, with her turn, is going to be fed up with it. She's going to take... Well, let's see, what do you have on you? Is it just the blade?
I have a rigging gun. Just let me do it.
No, that's what I was getting to, too, as I think that's the only thing you have left that's really usable.
I have a flare gun too, but you know, just putting a bolt right through his head seems fitting.
Yeah, go ahead and make a combat check. Ambrose, make an armor check. Or an armor save.
Oh, 99.
Okay.
19.
Oh no.
Okay.
The one good roll I've got.
My one crit fail.
Yep. Let's see.
Very cool.
This is great. This is great.
Okay.
It's gone exactly how I wanted it to.
This is amazing.
So you turn just sick of his shit and you pull up your rigging gun and take a shot. I need you to roll your 2d10 for damage.
$15.
15. Okay.
15.
So a crit occurring in this for that particular weapon is triple damage. So that's 45.
Oh. Oh.
And it impacts you with enough force that it pins you to the beam behind you.
GG.
Are you at 0? Okay, I need you to make a body save for me.
Oh, no worries. I'm very, very good at having a body. Oh, yeah, I got an 8.
Okay, so, in which case... you are down and broken and probably will be left to die unless somebody pulls you off the wall, but you, naturally you would revive yourself in 3 hours, come back to life with a health, but you have permanently lost 5 strength and 5 speed.
Oh, very
and
cool.
if you do make it back out of this, also add 3 stress to your paper just in case.
Okay.
Vicki, because I am a nice person, and this is not how I anticipated any of this going, I'm not going to make your inconsolability be permanent, on the contingency that somebody can actually console you. It's not going to be easy, but it is doable for me to give you your character back.
It all relies on you, Ben.
Benedict, you are the only functional person left in the group.
Yeah, that sounds like a typical Wednesday. Okay, so there's the enemy still in our midst. There's the one coming up on our rear. Ambrose is pinned to the wall, and Vicki is a hysterical mess.
Yep, that is 100% correct.
There's not enough caffeine in the world for all of this. Alright, so, first things first. Let's see if I can deal with the enemy currently in our midst with a solid whack. I actually might. That's an 8.
Okay, and it failed. Roll some damage.
That would be a 5.
Okay. Very good. Not much left.
It's still up. I still have an action to do. Crap, I was hoping it would fall. I'll swing again, because I need that thing done and over with before I can deal with any other situation.
Okay.
Holy hell, that's a 3.
And that's another fail. By barely, but that's a fail. Go ahead and roll some more damage.
And that's 3.
You done did it, Doc. As your friend shoots your other friend and he powers down for the foreseeable future, you bash the hell out of the creature who just clawed into you, electrocuting it and dropping it to the floor, a lifeless hump of flesh and bone. The other one is still approaching you, but I will grant you some space out of combat because it is at a little bit of a distance to shamble forward. If there was anything you would like to attempt.
Well, the first thing I'm going to attempt is calming Vicki the hell down.
Okay. How are you attempting that?
Vicki, look at me. We're not dead yet. Yes, Ambrose was kind of a dick, but moving along after that, I need you here with me so we can get out of this mess.
I'm not against you, alright? I just don't fucking like being told what to do. Alright? I don't want to be told what I can and can't fucking say in the middle of a problem situation. Alright? And if that thing has to be carted with us the whole fucking time we get out of here, I'm gonna lose my shit. You want me to leave? You leave him here.
So, Benedict is just doing some quick math in his head right now. And he's just going to... And Ambrose is currently, like, fully powered down, right?
Yeah, he's off. He is off and pinned to a wall, like, literally been basically industrial harpooned.
Would I know how to, is it even possible to pull a android's, well, I guess the best equivalent would be a hard drive and just take that.
You could.
Hard drive's not a word, actually. I'd rather use it.
I would say you'd need either a successful roll with mechanical repair or computers, if you are have the ability.
Those are both intellect-based, if I'm not mistaken.
They are, correct. And I believe, just looking at this, you had the option to take computers. I don't know what you did, but...
I did not.
Okay. So you can still roll against it, but you would not have the additional skill.
I do have a cybernetic diagnostic tool, but I don't think that's going to give me anything to benefit this.
Well, let me see.
No, it doesn't say.
Diagnostics.
Diagnose any physical or mental issues that may be having. Nope. Will not help you there.
All right. Compromise. We just take his hard drive. He can't talk, but we're not leaving him here.
Fine. You get one shot, but we need to move.
All right. Okay. There's another one coming down the hall. We only have a few minutes, so we gotta move quick.
You've got like a turn or two. Minutes is generous.
Ah. Okay. You pull this hard drive, I'll cover you. As soon as it's out, rerun.
Okay. So, give me an intellect roll, Benedict.
Oh, holy hell, that's a 7.
Okay. Success. You take a moment. You've worked on androids before. You manage to find the place where most of their hard drive is centered, which is undamaged, and you basically remove the whole piece because he's pretty heaped up in garbage at the moment. But you collect his core, throw it in your pack. Vicki is going to take a single shot with her flare gun down the hall while you are doing this, which is a fail, and it goes wide, but it still flies past the target. As you do, you can see as it goes further in, there are a number of these creatures, but the walls almost like the little filament on the inside of the Sarlacc pit or something of the sort. Like, these tentacles are just kind of passively, like, moving them almost out of this space. As it just whizzes deeper into the dark before you lose sight of it. Vicki, you may have your character back, and you may relieve yourself. Oh, that was a low roll. But you may have 1 point of stress relieved, having seen Ambrose finally dismantled.
Oh, thank God.
But, Vicki, Benedict, you peeling out?
Well, I'm going to do one last thing before we peel out.
Okay.
I'm shoving the bottle with 5 pain pills left in Vicky's hand, and then we're pulling out.
Okay. You can do with that what you will, Vicki, but you guys are on your way away.
That's a part of my movement to actually take the pain pills, isn't it?
We are out of combat functionally right now. I have ran and taken ibuprofen before, if I'm late for work.
I'm wearing a full suit, so I mean...
There's an emergency induction port.
That is true. You would have to... You'd probably have to take some effort. A good portion of your suit is probably not doing super
ripped
hot
up
at the moment.
because I was attacked, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we'll chug the pain pills and keep going.
All right. So you take off 5. 5 stress reduced. 5d10 health restored. And God damn it. If you're taking off 5, I need you to make a body save.
Yeah, it's the addiction.
No, for overdose, not for addiction.
Oh.
I was not expecting you to take all
Amazing.
5 at once, but okay.
What'd
You know what?
I should not have trusted you to self-medicate, but oh well.
Never. You gave a panicked person something that's supposed to help them with their stress levels. They're gonna fucking take as much as they can at once.
Look, I am almost as stressed as you are. I'm at 16. I'm not thinking straight either.
Okay, so that was a 13.
A 13, so a success.
Yes.
Okay. You are probably a little dizzy, at least, but your stress is down, and probably you're not paying a whole lot of attention to it right now. But you both peel the hell out and manage to make your way back to the entrance. The hole still present, the sandstorm still up. Where are you guys going? What are you doing?
I'm telling Vicki to get her ass through that hole, and while I cover it the way we just came.
Okay. So, are you listening, Vicki?
Hold on, I have to be rational for a second here because her suit's ripped open, right?
It's not in full functioning order. No, you still have your. I mean, you still functionally have oxygen, but you're right. Like there is not.
Can the sand get into it?
Yes. You would probably have to worry about a little bit.
A little bit?
Just a little bit of sand. It's fine.
Look.
Just a little bit of sand. I would rather fucking die out there than in this hole, so let's go.
Right. You still have the line gun, right?
Yes. I don't think I actually have any ammo with it.
No,
I would imagine there's.
You've got the gun and you've got 1 flare round left.
Oh, there wasn't a round stolen in the gun from the chamber?
So there is
No,
only
because it's
1
single.
shot to that, to the harpoon.
Yeah.
Shh. I was talking about
The flare
laser
gun.
cutter.
Oh, the laser cutter.
Yeah.
That's true. There are 4 rounds still chambered in that at the opening of this.
Oh shit!
Alright.
Hey.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, get through the hole, go for one of the longhouses, cut your way in, and we'll ride out the storm in that.
Sounds good.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
If that is your plan, you peel out. Give me. This is an interesting, because you are working against time right now, as well as a number of other kind of harsh realities of what's going on. I need you to make a crisis check. What these are in times of time-sensitive traumas that you have to function past. Your difficulty for this check is, let's call it 2. Difficulty's 2. So you need 2 successful combat checks in order to get through this door. Every time you fail a check, you're going to gain 2 stress. But you can continue to reattempt this as Benedict is covering you until you get through, as long as you are willing to take the stress.
So we've both gone through the hole and we're outside. We're trying to cut our way in, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Let's give her a go. There's 1. Fail.
Okay.
Another fail. Another fail.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
I'm at 18 stress.
Okay, so No, I'm going to let you keep going if you would like to try. This next one, if you do not, will be a stress check. As opposed to just adding stress if you fail it.
That's another fail.
Okay, go ahead and roll 2d10 for me. Benedict, you can see just faintly one of these creatures at the hole to the mine. It doesn't appear to be leaving yet, but it is watching.
So I'm sitting at 20 stress, right?
No, you're sitting at 18.
18.
18.
Yeah.
And
2d10. You have to roll a 19 or a 20.
okay, so I have a 16.
Okay. 16 is a fail, so roll 2d10, add your current stress.
Oh, thank God, it's a 21.
Total? You rolled hella low.
Yes, I rolled a 3 total.
Okay. 21 is not all that bad. You are rattled. Disadvantage on all rolls for the next... This is actually in-game. For the next 10 minutes. I've got a timer I'm looking at right now. So, Benedict, you've got some options. She's been shooting away. That was 4 checks. That's actually 4 rounds of your laser cutter.
Yeah.
Okay,
The laser cutter is out.
Yeah, the damage, the door is pretty much wrecked, but you're still not through it. All of the cuts have not been clean. You could find another way to continue the damage, but you couldn't connect any of the lines, so the door actually did not drop. Benedict, you are up, though.
Okay. So, one of the creatures is pretty much at the hole.
Yep.
Watching us, but it has not left the hole
It
yet.
has not left the hole.
Okay. Okay. So, they're almost as much afraid of the sandstorms as we are. Good to know. Let's see. Door's still... Vicki, do you have a crowbar?
No, but that brings up another question for me. My lightsaber.
your
How is
machete.
it broken?
So, I mean, what it was, too, was basically a plasma-edged machete. Like, it was meant for chopping and cutting, but it's still a material weapon. So it broke probably the first 6-7 inches off of the blade. Like, the blade just snapped. So you have
So the rest of it is still
feasibly
viable.
the handle and that much left of it.
So I
Okay.
can functionally use it to try to cut through.
You could use it, but there's no energy coming through it. It is a piece of metal at this point. You're stabbing
Okay,
like a
so
dagger.
there's no energy.
Right.
This is the most I got for you, Doc.
Okay. How far away is the ship again? It's on the surface on the launch pad, right?
Yeah, it's present.
Alright, longhouses are a lost cause. We're making for the ship.
Sounds good. So, you begin to run through the sands, finding your way to the shadow of this monolithic ship in front of you. As you arrive to it, I guess ascension gear is still present, as well as it looks like what was salvaged from it. Vicki, you would notice this. What was salvaged from it at the base of it looked to have been a portion of wire, as well as like a power core, like just a battery, just off of one of the side panels. Like they were using it to perhaps keep the like the air functional or something of the sort. It's not a major loss, but there is definitely stuff missing. You're not sure if that's going to affect anything, but as you pass, are you going up into the ship or what's going on?
If we can get into the ship, we'll get into the ship.
Okay.
At least we'll be out of the sand.
Yeah, we enter the ship. Is there any sort of atmosphere still inside the ship, or is it all dwindled away already?
You've got, let's see. Yeah, I'll grant that between the two scanners that you carry around on you, there is, having been sealed, and as long as you shut the door quick, there is some loss, but the airlock does prevent you from losing too much. The air is thin, but the air is there, and there's more air here than there was down in the caves.
Alright. So, we're in. We seal the doors almost as quickly as we get in, and then I'm turning off the air in my suit and just using the air in here to save that.
Vicki, give me a body save.
Is this for the sand?
It is for the sand. Now that you're out of the sand. Rattled actually, I think that's just for checks, but let me see.
Regardless, it's an absurdly high roll, so...
Okay. Sounds good.
96.
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage anyway. So, you take, collectively over the span of time that you were out in the sands, you have taken 20 points of damage, as the sands didn't necessarily affect your oxygen intake, but what it did do was cause some heavy troubles organically, as it was using your bleeding wounds as its mixing compound. So you are, technically your wounds are cauterized at this point. They're sealed, but it is,
They hurt.
it is painful and it is not pleasant, and you're not sure how much that is in you.
Alright. So, yeah. Gonna actively up the doctor and
Yeah.
just clear off what space I can and tell you to lay down and try and patch you up.
Okay.
I believe that would be first aid, which would net me a +10 intellect.
You have a
and
med scanner. Would that let you see how far the damage goes?
I believe it would, yes.
Okay. Very good. Go ahead and roll for your actual assistance there. So.
And I'm also going to be using one of my auto meds to add a further 10% to improve all of this.
Okay.
So that, if I'm not mistaken, would... Let me double check how much does that all add up. That is a +20 all around. Okay, and that's a 48 versus my currently being applied 59.
Okay. Failure?
No, that's a succeed if I'm not mistaken.
Succeed. Okay, good. It's just I don't know your numbers here, so I'm just trusting you guys to success or fail.
Yeah.
Okay. So with a success there, Vicki, you now have an additional 10% towards body saves, meant to repel traumas, as well as 10% addition to your fear saves made to reduce stress. For the moment, at least.
For the moment. And to cancel out the disadvantage that I still have.
Right. Okay, so you are relatively functional. I will also grant you back, because there was genuine assistance towards you at that point, and I rolled for it, and I rolled high. We're gonna take 8 points of stress out of that.
Yeah.
You have oxygen. You have a doctor who can actually tend to you. You are doing okay. But you have enough oxygen for a derelict, empty craft that was never launched. and the two of you are feasibly stuck in here in a sandstorm. What's your
I
plan?
have no way of knowing how long it's going to go.
Right.
Alright. Alright.
Well, when I say how long these are going to go, this is a seasonal thing. This is like monsoon season.
Ooh. So we're just stuck here.
Yeah, until somebody brings
Probably
something
gonna,
back.
Probably gonna suffocate and die.
Alright. We're in a
Unless we can
derelict
find
ship that
something.
never launched. I'm fairly sure this thing has better comms than the thing I pulled out of the rover. Vicky, can you patch the power cell from that comms unit into whatever comms this thing is and get in contact with literally any outpost to get us out of here?
I can see what I can do, but there was a lot of. They took a lot of salvage out of the ship. From what I saw outside, most we might be able to get is we might be able to get somebody from the truck. We might be able to get somebody back at base. I don't know, but I can try.
Okay.
Actually, hang on. We had people. No, this is out of character, but we had people still back in the
Yes.
truck that we left.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
There are 3 people back there.
Oh, the short-range comm unit has like a good 12 kilometers. I don't think we walked 12 kilometers in 10 minutes.
No.
So the short-range comms, we can just get the people from the truck, call them, tell them the situation, and just have them bring. Well, actually, shit. There's no materials back at the rover.
Yeah, because the whole purpose was to go find some.
Yeah.
Something's going to have to be fixed, or some genuine kind of assistance is going to be led. Which I don't think Ambrose ever filled you all in either, so his last comms unit, you're not even sure what was talked about.
Yeah, we only got his side of the conversation, if anything.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Have we tried shutting your android off again? Have we tried connecting Ambrose to the ship?
We have not. We haven't even proposed that. Thank you for proposing that.
We could do that.
You are missing a core outside. It is
We are.
attemptable.
Yeah. I see Owl on the screen just nodding. Do it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go. Let's try it.
Okay.
All right.
You want to
so-
be the ship's AI? Owl?
The role I was born to play.
Okay.
All right.
The tabletop Hamlet.
What is your plan to do so? You need to get outside. Who's doing it? And how?
I think we should probably search the ship first and see if we can find any actual tools.
Yeah, there may have been like a spare suit here or something that we could replace your suit with. Otherwise, I'm sending you out there with my suit.
Okay. Very good. So I would like, if you are both searching it,
Mhm.
you can make either a speed or an intellect check. Speed could save you some time, but a failure might be worse on those. But if you want to take your time, you might lose more oxygen in the process, but it's probably a more thorough job.
I'm doing an intellect.
Okay.
And that is a 46 compared to my 39. Yeah, no.
Okay, Vicky, are you searching as well? What would you prefer?
I was searching. I was doing an intellect. I got a 48 versus a 39. So.
Okay.
Actually, wait. I had a bonus to speed. I'm stupid. No. Was it speed? It was
No,
fear and
you have
body.
you have bonus to fear and body saves.
I'm still stupid.
No, you're okay.
I failed regardless.
So between the two of you, the stuff you are searching for is not there. there have probably actually been attempts from the prior owners to repurpose those suits or use them for other things, since it never got to launch. You still have some tools on you. You still have one functional suit. It can still be attempted, but you're running out of materials.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What all is included in the camping gear for the exploration kit?
The camping gear, since I don't want to actually go into the book, the camping gear is going to have the couple sets of the solar blankets, a functional like single-man tent, small. It's also going to have a number of like staking pythons for that. It's a small cookware set for like the brake packs, like heating packs and things for, you know, cooking without a stove. It's definitely more. Is there something specific you're looking for?
Wanted to see if there was anything along the lines. Well, I have a blade. I was looking more for something that could be used as like almost to cauterize, like if I was soldering wiring together.
Okay. Let's see.
I mean, you could probably jury-rig the stove to do that.
Let's see. You have the exploration kit.
Yes.
You have a flashlight, as well as a
Mhm.
locator, as well as a flare gun. With a single flare, you could feasibly find something to, or make something to get that hot through just kind of breaking wires, but nothing that you would have actual tool-wise.
Yeah. That's kind of what I figured.
You do have duct
See.
tape as well if you want to just attempt that, but because apparently that's a thing.
We've established it. It's there now.
Alright.
I feel like that's enough that we could at least attempt it.
Okay.
Jerry rig.
Okay. So,
And I'm
you are, from my understanding then, Benedict, you are relinquishing your suit?
Yes.
Okay. Vicki, you are donning this suit, going out and using your mechanical repair skills to attempt to return on this ship via Ambrose's core that was salvaged.
yes.
Okay. So, as you leave the airlock solo, climb back out into the storm solitarily, you stand in front of the panel that needs the repairs with what makeshift equipment you have, without needing you to roll for it. If you are looking for something to solder, I am going to relinquish you of your locator and your flashlight to jerry-rig something, equipment-wise. But you have the tools feasibly to be able to do so. If the chat wants to help you out, they can. Otherwise, you're going to have to just roll. That will be an intellect check plus your mechanical repair skill. Actually, you know what? Because this falls under... Which are your skills? What do you have here? Because there's a couple of these that might actually help.
I have mechanical repair. I've got piloting. I don't think scavenging makes... Not scavenging, fucking 0G makes any sense. What else did I list? I put vehicle specialization and driving as... Because I'm not sure if I understood the points correctly, but...
No, that's okay. Because they will benefit you here, but go ahead and... I'm going to give you... Since I'm going to actually give you that plus 15 instead of the plus 10, because the mechanical repair vehicle specialization would still apply here. You are literally repairing an outboard system to a vehicle, which, albeit a ship or not, So 15 minus, or 15 plus your intellect. Roll under.
Please, dice gods. Please. It's a 14, baby.
Nice. Benedict, you start to get a little worried. It takes a couple minutes. Minutes pass. You know she's far more injured than you. Nothing's gone right up to this point. Why should this go right? Silence in the ship. There's no responses for anything until lights.
Oh, sweet heaven, thank you.
The light bulbs turn on, and you can hear internal systems begin to reboot. And from the ship's onboard internal comms system, you hear...
Hello, Doctor. Thank you for that. It was rather unfortunate, wasn't it?
Yes. All right, Ambrose. First order of business. Please, for the love of God, do not get on Vicky's case about her language anymore.
Well, not a problem at all. She hasn't said a word to me so far. I don't suppose you recovered anything from my body at all, did you? There was a rather nice book I had come across, and I was rather fond of it.
Unfortunately, we were in a bit of a hurry, so we could not.
No. Understandable. Well, it's good to know that you're both alive. You are both alive, aren't you?
Last I checked, we were both alive. Vicky hasn't made it back inside yet.
Which it takes a minute, and that's to nobody's fault other than just climbing a ladder in low gravity plus getting through the airlock. But Vicky does eventually return. A little dusty,
I
but
knew
no
I
worse
was
for wear.
as good as I thought I was.
Well, there we are. This has all gone quite splendidly.
I'll actually return you 2 points of stress for that, Vicky.
Yay!
I wouldn't quite describe it as splendidly, but potentially salvageable works.
Well, potentially salvageable is my new job title, I believe.
Alright, Ambrose, is there any way you can get in contact with any of the outposts and try and get a rescue op set up for us?
Oh, certainly. I've been in contact with them this entire time. Although the chance of a rescue output is fairly unlikely. That is to say, they did specifically cut the tether between us when I engaged in them and let them know of our particular situation. I barely even got round to telling them about the peculiar beings that we encountered. They said, however, there would be a second convoy passing through, and if they end up passing this way, then perhaps there is a chance they'll see our ship and, well, our vehicle at least. Who knows what might happen? But as a chance of getting a signal out, well, it depends if they pick it up. That is the issue. I can certainly give it a go.
Okay. First things first, can we see what actual systems are operational in this thing? Are we gonna have oxygen that lasts that long?
Let me find out.
Okay. You're on board. I'm not gonna make you. I'm not gonna make you roll for that one because you're connected to all of it. I'd make them roll to manually check it, but they decided to give themselves a howl. So, the life support system is currently down. It is caked in too much to filter through unless it was cleaned. Lights are operational. The ship appears to still be fueled. It is... navigation seems to be functional, so do the comms units. There are varying degrees of functional safety nets should catastrophe strike. In flight, those don't appear to be as operational. A little bit of exterior hull damage, but beyond that, everything else seems to be going okay.
Well, I have some good news, and I have some unfortunate news.
Alright, let's start with the bad news.
Well, you're aware of the life-sustaining oxygen air supply that you need to keep existing. That is unfortunately not operational currently. There seems to be some form of blockage. Something is certainly stopping this from working, and I'm afraid no part of wishful thinking on my part can quite fix that for us. However, before you all start being moody Margarets about the situation, I do have a little ray of sunshine to perk up your days, and that is everything else seems pretty fine. It's only that one specific unit that will sustain life that has failed on us, but the lights are on. The heating works. That's a plus.
Okay, how long will the oxygen last?
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it. It'll only stress you out.
Well, the thing is that we have a couple of options, and we can either work on clearing that out and get it more functional. We could try to take flight in this with the two of us on board, or we can pick up our boys in blue back on the truck. So that's kind of a factor we need to fucking figure out, is if it can sustain 5 people.
I'm just running the numbers now.
Okay, give me just a moment here. I am finding your oxygen. The rules for it.
Carry the 1 and square the roots and then put the little pi symbols and
Okay.
there's oh no, it's a 6, not a 9. Okay, the paper was upside down. Hang on, I'm working through it.
It was upside down.
I very much appreciate you. Thank you.
What code I need to work through?
Okay.
Oh, I've got an answer.
So, it looks like you are. You would have about enough oxygen for 3 of you for about 2 days.
Okay, after all of my various calculations, I've worked out about enough to get out of here if we go now.
Mind you, Ambrose, you no longer need oxygen.
I'm a spaceship.
You are a spaceship.
That's all it says in my notes field.
So, okay. All right.
Guess I should put that in my conditions field.
So
Spaceship.
If you were to just exist in this space, you could take up a quarter of that oxygen per day instead. But regular activity, you have about 2 days for 3 people. So if you all wanted to just lay down and try not to starve to death, you could feasibly fit all 5 of you in here for a couple of days, but it's not ideal.
All right.
I would say if you wanted to save the others, then we would certainly need to begin repairs immediately. However, if your consciences are less burdened, as would the ship, then I imagine with the 2 of you, plus the ingenious workings of myself, we could survive for approximately 3 days.
So,
I have a question in regards to the weather.
Mhm.
So the reason we have to go on ground is because it's not flyable.
Is because it's not transmittable. I never said flyable.
But technically speaking, we could just fly this back to station.
Technically speaking, yes.
Is it ill-advised? Probably.
Yeah, I'm not going to say flying through a sandstorm's a good idea, but I'm not saying it's not doable. What it did was just knock out all of your long-range radio transmissions.
so we'll be flying caveman style, purely by sight, in a sandstorm.
But I'm a spaceship. Which is cool.
Yes, it does. So what I propose is we contact our boys back at the rover, tell them to strip it for everything feasibly useful, while we try and patch up the life support systems.
Okay.
And when they get here with those supplies, we'll see what else we can do. Then we get this bird in the air, and we go to literally any station besides Outpost 3, who decided to screw us over.
Okay.
Well, You understand these people must have budgets to consider, and I guess they're being insured for this as well. So the payout is probably worth more than actually delivering the information. Though they did specifically say they were sending out a second party. So perhaps this way the job gets done, they get their payouts, everyone goes home happy. Well, I
Except
don't see the
us.
problem at all.
We'll die in the
Well.
process. Woohoo!
Okay.
So yeah, I'm kind of in the opinion, to borrowing Vicky's words, fuck Station 3. I want to live.
Okay.
I'm so proud.
Mhm.
I'm just proud of Ambrose. It's doing so good.
Yeah.
So, between the three of you, your plan is to contact the other space, which you do. You manage to get a hold of your rover. They are willing to acquiesce and bring what they can. There will be conversation about how that is taking place, but they will do what they can to make it over and through. In the meantime, if you are looking to repair the life support system, I need Vicki. Well, unless Benedict, if you are able to assist in some way. Otherwise, it will be Vicki and her vehicle specialization skill to repair it.
I mean, the only way I'm gonna really help is being a second set of hands. That Vicky's gonna have to literally tell me what to do.
Okay. So I'm not going to give you advantage for that, but Benedict's a smart guy. I will allow you... Nice! That was a good roll. I'll give you another 10% up from what it was. So whatever your intellect stat is, bump that by 25, and then roll under it.
Okay. We have good odds here, boys. Not with that fucking roll. An 81. I had to roll below a 64. I'm so upset.
Okay. This one, there's no need for fails for, but this will determine... My next questions will determine the fate of y'all as it starts to get later. You can reattempt that 2 more times. If you fail that thrice, it is not repairable. And you will accrue a good old stress check because of it.
Be gentle with me.
I really want to rip out his core now.
Kind of need him in there.
Am I still working with the advantage with the 25?
I will still give you guys the ability to assist. For the second one. Oh.
Hey,
You have redeemed yourself, Polly. Thank you.
Aw.
I have feelings.
Yay.
Okay. So, give me a roll with advantage. Intellect plus 25. Roll under. Is that a fail at advantage?
Yes.
Okay.
It was a 70 something, 79.
Okay.
Was the better of the rolls.
Benedict, I need you to make me a stress check. And
Oh.
you will not be able to assist for this third attempt.
Okay, so that's an 11. So we're screwed.
Okay, so go ahead and roll me 2d10. Add your stress. Let's see if it will make a difference at this moment.
Oh shit.
What was that?
29.
29? Okay. So, I will get to you in just a moment, Benedict.
If you fuck up my hard work, I swear to God.
No. Vicki. Benedict stands up, and he takes a step aside. He looks at you, solemn and somber, and he goes, I'm not any help here, so please, continue. The last 2 were my fault. Go for it, and I will Hope that you succeed this one.
I'm gonna refresh the page. Maybe that'll be about the equivalent of changing dice sets.
Polly really believes in you, and I super appreciate the help there. Very invested.
I'm still gonna yell at him later, probably, but.
Okay.
So this is just your intellect plus your mechanical repair.
28.
Okay.
28 versus a 54.
Benedict, I need you, while she was working on this repair, I would like you, for me, to make a single sanity save.
Okay. Oh, sweet heaven, I thank you. I love these dice. I got a 5.
Okay. So, Benedict stepped back, and you, as Vicki proceeds triumphant, she stands up, and you can hear the fans and things begin to whir as she replaces the plates from where the damage was. Ambrose, feeling proud about his currently functional systems now. And you turn, and Benedict is gone. Little bit of dust having been blown in from the space where the airlock has been resealed.
I say
Wait,
a
what?
rather odd thing happened in the process of my circulations getting back online. The airlock seems to have opened and closed.
Wait.
Ben,
I
where did you
passed
go?
You
the
did.
sanity
So-
check,
Right.
and I still stepped outside?
Vicki, I need you to make me a... This is going to be our final stress check of the night. But I need a stress check, as you are the only one left in the ship.
$2 2d10 plus my stress level, right?
2d10 roll over your stress level,
Okay.
which hopefully is better than it was.
It's a 17. My stress level's an 8.
Okay. So you're stressed, but you are trusting that whatever it was important. And your trust paid off. 20-30 minutes go by before the airlock reopens.
Oh.
Benedict returns, having taken the top portions of the suit just enough to cover his air intake for the trip out. Has realized, while you were repairing, that the other three hadn't quite made it through, and much to his correct assessments as he had left, discovered that the three of them, one of them had gotten stuck and dropped a number of what they were trying to bring along. And in that moment of intuition, he managed to assist them, and while it did take longer, return the three of them to the ship. For the 5 of you and Ambrose the spacecraft to be able to now, in a repaired life support system, functional ship, leave this derelict proto-outpost behind and whatever horrors were within it, only praying that as you lift off and the full blast of old jet fuel impacts the sands, that you have just layered the entrance in glass, so that others can't hope to experience what you had all just witnessed. And that is where we will end tonight.
Hooray!
Oh, my back.
Oh
Yep.
my god, my stress levels are through the roof.
This is great.
Good.
That was amazing. That was so fun.
To kill another player and then resurrect him.
Thank you. They got murdered for offering one a thesaurus.
You and your goddamn thesaurus.
Oh.
I actually have a training point in linguistics, so playing to character.
Benedict, how you feeling? You look nervous. You look
stepped
like
out the airlock.
You look like I just betrayed you.
Thought you did.
That was the goal, but no.
Yeah, don't trust JK. Never.
You succeeded. You're good.
Okay.
Your valiance paid off, and everybody made it out. What awaits you in the coming outpost? Yeah, who knows? Everything.
I hope we make
It's not Outpost 3. I don't care.
Everything was far too corporate to assume that it's all going to go over super smoothly, but at least you're alive. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on what is my inaugural play of Mothership. I have never run this before, so I am very pleased with how everything turned out. Thank you so much for the players and everything that you guys contributed to it. I'm so glad that you managed to work through it all with only the 3 of you. And why don't we go around the table? You can plug your pluggables. Go ahead and talk about yourself a little bit, your character, what's going on. You know the deal. Let's start with you, Vicki.
Hey guys, Meg Mysteria back at it again. I was playing Vicki, our lovely sailor?
Teamster.
Question mark? Pilot?
Teamster is the class name, but you were functionally a pilot. Yeah.
I was functionally a pilot, but I cussed like a sailor. So, one way or another. You can catch me as Meg Mysteria on Discord, Twitch, and Twitter. That was a blast. He definitely one-upped my sci-fi horror game, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. Even though my stress level in IRL and in game climbed to like 20, so.
Oh, I appreciate it. Ambrose.
Thank you so much for letting me be a silly Robo Man in your horror game. But I think, I tried to put an element of weird into it. But yeah, that was great fun. That was, brilliant little game. So thank you so much for having me along. I'm Al the Biffer. I stream a lot on Twitch, do a lot of adventure puzzle games, lots of role playing, lots of silly characters and whatnot. So if you liked kind of Ambrose and what he was about, then pop along. We do stuff most days. And in fact, I'm back here with you guys on TPK in less than 48 hours, back on Friday, which I am very excited for. This is put my silly character creation into overdrive. So Friday's going to be a fun test, but thank you so much for having me and for everyone for putting up with me. And I'll see you all again. It's been really cool. Come hang out.
Very much, yeah. Thank you so much. And yes, Sir Heckalot in the stream, thank you so much for hanging out, even though it is so late over where you're at. So I appreciate that. Benedict.
Early when it is late.
Yeah. I played Benedict, the moderately alright doctor, who managed to keep this team semi-together, even though I'm probably like 50% of the problem. But yeah, in the way of pluggables, you can find me on Twitter at ShockPoint622. You can also find me here on Twitch at ShockPointFails, where I live up to that name playing whatever I can. I will be trying to join TPK for various things, probably mostly one-shots, and I will be expanding into tabletop on my own channel at some point or another. Don't hold me to that yet.
Very good. No, that's great to hear. I'm glad to have everybody along, so I'm glad that you got to join in. I was your warden for the evening, which admittedly for me, I almost want to just use that for all things, because that was way more fun to call myself than Dungeon Master. But I was your warden for the evening. You can find me on Twitch and Discord at JK Madigan. Instagram and Twitter is my first and last name at Carlman Turner. I almost exclusively just DM stuff, but I do play occasionally through TPK Roleplay. I did another one-shot last week, which was a ton of fun. I have a couple things coming up in November that I am beyond elated about, and I would love to talk about them. I don't know if I can yet, but like, please keep an eye out because they're gonna be hella cool. And yeah, like again, thanks again. I prefer to, as in the scheme of TPK, run independent tabletop RPGs. So this is one of 3 that I think I've gone through out of the 22 that are sitting on my shelf. So we've got lots of different games and mechanics to get through, and we will see you here next time. But up until that point, we've got a whole bunch of cool stuff on the 14 days of Halloween that is not yet over. A couple more days of good things. Keep an eye out for those. Keep an eye on our Twitter. Come join us on Discord. All the good stuff. And we will see you all next time. Take care, guys. Have a good night.
See ya.